with another Backyard Baseball Kids All Grown Up series. Can't wait to start this. This was my first love in really in all of gaming, was the Backyard Baseball, the old classic Backyard Baseball games. And it got me into sports gaming. It got me into my love for baseball, and has continued with MLB The Show. MLB The Show lets us do a custom team. Lets us do a custom team franchise. So we went all out. I've spent the last couple months, because we have taken a break, so getting everybody caught back up to speed. We spent the last couple months working on creating and editing this entire Backyard Baseball franchise, the team, each player, their ratings, their the customization of everything about them, their batting stances, their home run celebrations and personalities, their theme songs from the old. We actually have the real songs from the old classic games, because they are not copyrighted. So that is so much fun too, to get to hear those. We also have some, and I've downloaded all of these from my personal game that I own and still play sometimes. Haven't got to play it in a while because of all the projects going on. But this is episode 8 of season 1, and I'm about to add it as I get this whole stream set up. I always give an introduction to let people know when they find this stream later on. And I'm about to set up the stream and put in description and all that it's episode 8, and add it to the playlist. We have a playlist of all the introduction, the backstory of how this whole thing came together. We have an entire storyline for it. And so without further ado, I'm going to check in the comments, see who is with us. I'm going to get the stream set up and add the thumbnail and all that. And then we're going to get rolling with Pablo Sanchez and the humongous Melonheads, the Little League team that played together all growing up and then has taken over for the Milwaukee Brewers. You can see the entire backstory on my playlist. We're about to continue their reign. And if you're a real one, if you are before day one, I still say this is day one because we're still growing. And I won't forget my day ones. But if you are even before day one, Reflejo, Carlos, Noah Smith, Panther, and you have seen the last episode. You remember the last episode. We actually scored 40 out of nowhere, and I'm going to show right now how we started the year. We play on Legend with I'm never up any hitting sliders. I actually have solid hits down 1. But you see how we started the year, and I was playing as intense as I can. I always make in all my franchises, I always make the settings really difficult so that if I do well, I can play like as hard as I want. I can play as focused, as hard as I want, and I have the settings and sliders usually about perfect for close games. Really neat storylines and moments that make it super fun for me and hopefully for the viewer as well. But we broke out in our first game at Colorado. Pete Wheeler broke the home run record. He hit 5 in one game. Last episode, it was on the live stream. It came out of nowhere. It was on Legend. I actually showed during the stream the Legend settings and my entire sliders. If you're curious about that, I always do custom sliders to make the gameplay more realistic and tailored for each franchise. And this one is super unique. It's the most unique custom team franchise you will ever see on the entire internet, in my opinion. We have so much. It's the kids all grown up, their backstory, and I got to get the stream set up so it gives a chance for other people to find this. But you see our scoring totals, and then we absolutely broke out. That's right. It was the third game of the series at Colorado, and we get walked off. We give up a walk-off home run. We get walked off again. It was all on stream last episode. And then we scored 40 on Legend, which is a record on MLB The Show. Most runs ever scored on Legend. And so I was like, man, how exactly do I follow that up? So I was working on my YouTube and my TikTok and all that good stuff. And what I realized was that it is a record. The second most ever scored on Legend is 25. We dropped 40, and I showed the settings and the sliders. And it wasn't on a video where I could Photoshop it or whatever. We showed it on stream. So it was pretty filthy, and that's how I knew playing on Legend was making me better. I haven't played on Legend in a while. I've been doing a lot of projects with TikTok and meeting people on this game and on the platforms. So without further ado, I'm going to get the stream set up, let you guys get a chance to file in, and I am going to give us right now, though, a little bit of taste of the custom music that we will hear throughout this series. I'm going to catch through the comments. I'm going to read through these comments right now, and then we're going to get started with it. I'm not able to read all the comments the whole time, but I can read some every now and then in certain moments. And I'll also give you guys a chance to interact for being my day ones. I leave these up as episodes so that if anyone ever finds these, because here's the thing. There is nothing on the internet that tells what happened to the Backyard Baseball kids once they were grown up. So this is our first look at it on the entire internet. So I try to make it as objective and move it forward as an episode format, have it on the playlist, so that if anybody finds these in the future that love Backyard Baseball as much as I did and says, are you serious? We have a storyline of these kids all grown up and in the bigs, and we even have girls on this team and on MLB The Show. So I want them to not just see me interacting with chat and all that, but I also do have so much fun interacting with chat. So I let you guys that have found this help interact with the story, and I do that in all my live streams as much as I can, as y'all know from yesterday with the BR draft. So in certain moments when we're trying to decide who to go to in the bullpen and all that, I'll give you the backstory of, especially if you haven't seen the first, if you haven't, you don't have to watch the live streams, the episodes, you can click through them or whatever. But the backstory is just like 4 or 5 videos, maybe 3 to 5 videos that are like 5 minutes long, and they give a backstory of what I'm doing with this entire series. So if you haven't seen that, it's good to get yourself a little bit acquainted with what's going on so that you can help in key moments to know who is our closer, why do we have a couple real big leaguers on this team, all that stuff. But definitely if you have seen this and you're caught up to speed with it and you know a little bit of what's going on, I will definitely be taking your comments and opinions on who we should put in the 8th inning and the 9th inning, who we should pinch hit for, stuff like that. So let me read through some of these comments and welcome some of you guys. What's going on, Max? Vicente, what's going on? Yeah, I know you, bro. I know you from TikTok. Met you yesterday. Jonah, what's going on, bro? Rafa, Elijah. Okay, Jonah, awesome. Jonah said he is from TikTok as well. That's awesome, bro. Thanks for dropping the account. Hey, Shot-Town. Shot-Town, good to see you, bro. I understand, man. I hear you. Sometimes we have bad days, bro. Sometimes we have bad days. And glad to see you reaching out, man. I saw your comment before when we had that little issue when you broke some rules in the league and we had to get it handled and it didn't work out. I did see your comment before and I really appreciated that, and that's why I didn't completely write you off when you said some things, because I understand we all have bad days and we're all frustrated and it happens. So great to see you reaching out. But I'm gonna move on with this episode. Brings back memories. Caden, no way. So you know Backyard Baseball? Okay, so I know a lot of y'all know Backyard Baseball from PlayStation 2, which is cool. But I'm an OG guy. I grew up, and I'm a little bit older than y'all, most of y'all. I grew up playing on the computers. The only computer game really I ever got into. Backyard Baseball 2000 and 2001 and 2003. Dude, it was such a great game. No glitches, awesome music, awesome gameplay, and they made errors in the outfield and all kind of stuff. Because of that, we call Carlos Valdez our fielding specialist, because he caught us early on in this series and he started interacting, and he was putting a lot of pressure on me on defense. He was like, man, you got to get better on defense. And here's the thing. Here's why we struggle on defense. I got to let you guys know, because y'all going to be hard on me like Carlos. We play with no fly ball indicator on. You know how when somebody hits a fly ball and it tells you where the fly ball is going to land and you get under there and you catch it? We have that completely turned off. And we have to just guess where the ball's going. So what it does is it makes it, all of my settings are tailored to make it look and feel just like the old Backyard Baseball games as much as we can. I'm telling you, we've gone all out with this series. With each player, you'll see their cards, you'll see their ratings. I can't show all that right now. It's on the backstory on the playlist. But let me get this stream set up, and then we're going to get rolling with it. And without further ado, I know some of you day ones that have seen this have waited a long time, because I got into TikTok and growing that account and and the custom leagues and BR drafts. I know y'all have waited a long time to hear this. The GOAT, the greatest baseball player of all time, fictional or not, definitely the only player easily better than Willie Mays or Mickey Mantle or Mike Trout, Pablo Sanchez. And we're even going to play the home run music because I know y'all have waited a long time to hear it. All right, so with that out of the way, I'm going to spend a little time to get the stream set up and fix the thumbnail and make it all look neat and all that. In my opinion, this is the boring side of what I do. I like to play baseball and talk to people. I like to have awesome moments, laugh with people. The boring side is getting all these settings set up, but if I don't do it, nobody else has a chance to find these streams now or in the future. So y'all bear with me for just a little bit. You can go grab a drink, you can click off, go do something else, but I'm going to get this stream set up, and then we will get rolling with Season 1, Episode 8. We're now 16-12 on the season, and what I do in each episode is I get through at least one series on the schedule. So we've got a 3-game homestand with the Nationals, Corbin, Anibal Sanchez, and Eric Fady. So sometimes if the stream's going great and y'all are having fun, and I've got time with my personal life and all that, I will run through a second series. And we do have a 6-game homestand, so we might get through the 3-game stand with the Cardinals, but maybe not because it's our first time back. We'll have to see how quickly we move through these. But the goal is to get through this season, get to draft day. I have something special coming for y'all on draft day. I might drop that information later in this stream, and I might drop it next stream. But I'm super excited about what we have coming for draft day and what we have planned. So let me get this stream set up, and y'all can talk amongst yourself or whatever. I'm going to get the stream set up, and then we're going to get rolling with game number 29 on the schedule and figure out what happens with these backyard baseball kids all grown up. If y'all could, in comments, if we have anybody new that joins in, especially some of my day ones or some of you that know what's going on in my day one subs, if y'all could, if people join in while I'm getting the stream set up and they ask like what's going on, what's he doing, blah, 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 why does he look so funny, anything like that while I'm setting up stream, if y'all would just comment say he's getting stream set up, we're about to get started, that would help a lot. And it's good to see y'all today, man. Like I had a lot going on. I have to go from the custom league setup to preparing for this, and I've got to like get back into it and remember what episode we're on and all that good stuff. And I was about to be like an hour late, and I was like, you know what? I'm just ready to see the guys in chat, see what's going on, see what kind of day they're having. And so I just hit live, and then and we'll get it set up that way, and that's okay because when the fan base is cool, you're allowed to do stuff like that. And we're about done. Okay. So, I've got one thing left to do. Just click and drag this thumbnail, and we are rolling with episode 8. I'm excited because I have a lot of fun once I get started, just getting into the storylines and seeing what happens and seeing what the stats of these teams are and the outcomes. And we get, because of the custom settings and sliders that I work on, I'm interested to see if I'm going to be terrible, and that would be a crazy bounce back. I'm glad we get the bottom 3 starters from the Nationals. We don't have to face Strauss and Scherzer, because I'm a little worried. I haven't played, you know how different modes play different? And I haven't played on Legend in a little bit, so I'm interested to see. You know, you can forget the 40 game. That was just like a special moment on this stream. Just trust me, that was just a special moment on this stream. Unless you watched it, like, there was no reason we should have done that. We had just lost 2 in a row and got walked off, and we score about 7, 8 a game. And sometimes, though, look, one run, 5 runs, 2 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs, and we just scored 40. That was insane. But that's what's so great about these things, and that's why I started a stream, is because if you'll just go live and just hang out with people, and you're both and you're doing it with other people and having fun, crazy moments can happen, and it's so much fun. So I'm excited to get into that and see what's going to happen. Okay. Sweet. So that went well. And it is go time. Boom. This game is called MLB The Show. And we are rolling. And now I can use the laptop for Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch. It's been too long. We have not heard from these cats in a while. The greatest sports commentators of all time. They are back.
This is Sunny Day, wishing you all peace, harmony, and great baseball. Hello, baseball fans. Sunny Day here, along with my good friend, Vinny the Gooch. Thanks, Funny. It's good to be here for another exciting game of baseball. I can't get enough of it.
All right, so you can see the home stadium. Weasel World Park is what we call it, because that's what they call it on the game. They say that whenever we win the World Series, we're going to Weasel World. It's like an amusement park for them. So, yeah, we've had all kind of our day ones that have interacted with this story help us out with a lot of the storylines. And they have called it Weasel World Park. So you see there in the background the amusement park. We have all kind of storylines going on with this series. For example, you'll see people flying around that roller coaster throughout the game, and we'll do all kind of stuff. We also say the kids get to go to Weasel World Amusement Park after the game if they win. So we always do fun stuff with that, and we talk about how bad they want to go to Weasel World every game. We do have quick counts on for this series to help us get through some of these games and get to draft day and continue the series and the storyline. And then we will also do multiple seasons that I'm looking forward to. We have Luann Louie, and you can see some of the pitcher stats so far. The biggest surprise has been Mr. Clanky. So not only have we made girls on this game, I'm actually going to move me over to the right side for just a second so y'all can get a look at Mr. Clanky, because it's pretty incredible. We are the first people ever to feature girls in the major leagues and to see how that plays out. And we are also the first series ever to feature a robot in the major leagues. So you get to see how that plays out. Look at his ratings. He's got a 99 on control, stamina, and walks per 9. He was a character you could unlock on the old Backyard Baseball game. He was a robot that would throw batting practice, and people would always get Pablo Sanchez, try to hit home runs against him. And so he couldn't throw that hard because he just threw BP. but he's a robot, so he can throw wherever he wants. We needed a lefty in the bullpen, and so we're not starting him, and he ended up being he's been really good for us so far. I don't think it will continue. He's more of like he can pitch for a long time. He never got tired on the old backyard baseball games. He can pitch for a long time, and he can throw it wherever he wants, but he's not completely filthy. So, anyway, so Mr. Clanky, you'll get your chance to see him in a minute. I'm actually going to move my picture-in-picture over here to the top right so that we can see what he looks like. So give me just a second. Okay, so let's get a look at what Mr. Clanky looks like, the robot we have created. And you'll also see because of their that's so crazy that we were able to make him look like that. Like, he even has the silver glow and all that. He just looks as much like a robot as you could possibly make him on this game. Made in China, I know y'all see that. And their ratings will fluctuate because it's franchise, which is actually pretty cool. It gives the personality aspect to this. Also, here's a tip on franchise. Your players' ratings will fluctuate based on their morale. And here's a breakdown of the morale. If you'll hit triangle and then go to the morale page. He is currently angry about his contract. So he makes $60K a year. And here's why. I'm telling you, we do everything. We are so detailed on this channel. We do all kind of stuff. And when we get rolling, it'll make more sense. I'm just trying to set the stage for y'all because we have taken a break. Normally, we jump in and we get right into it, to the gameplay. But you got to have some kind of background or you won't know what's going on. So, you know how the whole point of machines is to be more efficient for a cheaper price than a human. So we just give him $60K, and so he's upset about that. That's kind of funny. So that's why his ratings will fluctuate. So he has been filthy for us this year. Every now and then we'll give him a spot start. And he's not supposed to strike out people that much. As you can see, 18 innings, he only has 5 strikeouts. And he has walked 2 batters. But he's only given up 1 run. He just pitches to contact, kind of like a Cliff Lee or Cole Hamels type pitcher. And then the rest of these are halfway made up. They're technically made up, but I didn't make them up. Humongous Entertainment made them up on the old backyard baseball games. I did research. I looked at forums. I talked to people on forums that still love it and play that game and got their opinions of what they remember about each player, and I made them to play on MLB The Show about how they played on backyard baseball. We play with no fly ball indicator on. So we're going to be making a lot of errors in the outfield, but it's designed that way because these kids played as little leaguers growing up, and then Pablo Sanchez, their best friend, their best player, he was MLB ready, and you'll have to see the backstory up on the playlist, but he was the only one that was Major League Baseball ready, and he said, if you're going to take me, if anybody signs me, they're going to have to sign my entire day ones, because we're all about taking care of our day ones on this channel and your friends that you grew up with. So he told the Marlins scout found him. I'll give you a little bit of the backstory. He told the Marlins scout found him and said this kid might be the greatest player of all time. He can play. He's 18 years old. We can plug him into a big league starting shortstop role right now. He hits for power. His instincts are incredible. And he said, if anybody gets me, they're going to have to sign my entire team. The Marlins ended up taking the gamble. They said it's worth it. They signed all of his buddies. And here's the thing. Individually, no other player other than maybe Pete Wheeler would make a big league team or get discovered, especially. But when they play together as a team, because they played together all growing up, Kimmy Ekman is a girl on this team. She's the backup catcher. Her dad, Coach Ekman, he is the coach of this team. He's coached them for years. And when they all play together, they can compete with anybody. As we're seeing, they're 16-12 right now in the bigs. We expect them to struggle a little bit and have to get better and better, and me have to get better and better with no fly ball indicator on and all that. But they're going to make errors. They're just 17, 18-year-old kids that have made the big leagues. So what happened was the Brewers GM, when he heard about the Marlins signing the humongous Melonheads, he said, man, I hadn't heard anything of these backyard baseball kids in years. That was my favorite game growing up. That's what taught me to love baseball. He traded Christian Yelich back to the Marlins for the rights to this entire Humongous Melonheads team, because remember, they thought Pablo Sanchez was the only one of any value. So then the Brewers were so upset that he traded Christian Yelich for these kids, a bunch of little leaguers. They refused to play. So he said, I don't care. I'll just call up these young kids. They'll replace the Brewers, and they'll be our official Major League team. So that's where we're at. They're the Humongous Melonheads, because that's the team I would always get on Backyard Baseball. It's definitely the most famous. We have their logo and everything else. This is so crazy. So here is the team. Every now and then we have more pitchers than we do hitters. I don't know if we have any real hitters in the lineup, and you're about to see the lineup in a minute. But they all have their personalities, and there's a few Brewers that said, you know what? I want to give these kids a chance. I want to keep playing on the Brewers. I'm not as upset as the other guys are. I'm going to stay and play on this team. So the few big leaguers that are still on this team, Brett Anderson, Brent Suter, Freddie Peralta, my boy Alex Claudio, and Josh Hader. Hader was supposed to be our only polished reliever on this team and really our only star pitcher on this team. And he's actually struggled. He gave up a walk-off home run last episode right before we dropped 40. We came out, we were super pumped. We had lost 2 walk-off home runs. We had lost to 2 walk-off home runs in a row at Colorado. So game 3, I came out super locked in, and it was incredible. We ended up dropping 40 on Legend, on stream. Pete Wheeler hit 5 home runs. He's the fastest guy in baseball, but he has a little bit of power when he squares it up, and we were just locked in. I don't know how that happened, but it's all on the stream. And then also put a video up of like just a 6-minute clip of what all happened. Or maybe it's a little longer than 6 minutes, I'm not sure. So we have Kenny Kawaguchi and Amir Khan. Kenny Kawaguchi was the kid in the wheelchair. Thankfully, he is healed. He has an awesome testimony of what God has done in his life. He is healed, and he is pitching in this bullpen. He's able to walk. But just remember, he did grow up in a wheelchair. So Luann Louie, who is a 5'6" pitcher for us, splitter baller. Her family is from Japan, and like a lot of Japanese pitchers, she throws the splitter. She has been our best pitcher so far. Angela Del Vecchio, I think, is our most talented pitcher, but she struggled in her last couple starts. So Luann Louie, they call her Lulu. And let's run her music right now. We have theme songs for every single one of these players. Here is Luann Louie's. And let's get started against Patrick Corbin. Here is the lineup. The lineup typically rakes, but the pitching staff is pretty weak. We are 16-12 on the year. Pete Wheeler, just an absolute monster. Pablo was crushing the ball. Pete just had a 5 home run game, and he's had a great season. I'm going to move my little picture-in-picture back over so that we don't hide the base running animation. But this lineup, man, Pete Wheeler, fastest guy in baseball, kind of a country kid. Yeah, he just loves to play baseball. He's not the smartest guy in the world, though. Mikey Thomas has some pop. We haven't seen, he's an all-around hitter. We haven't seen, he's the shortest first baseman in baseball. He's 5'9" or 5'10". And we haven't seen a ton of pop from him yet, but he's just sprayed the ball around, kind of like a Freddie Freeman reminds me of. Obviously not as polished as Freddie. Pablo Sanchez, I think when it's all said and done, he'll be considered the greatest player of all time. You guys are going to fall in love with him if you don't know who he is. If you do know who he is, you've already fallen in love with him. He's everybody's favorite baseball player of all time. He's a beast. Short cat. I'm so happy with how he turned out on these rosters and the way he plays. Ahmed Rocker Khan, he's in the band Ra Khan with him and his little brother Amir, who's the closer of this team. And for the sake of the story, all these sounds that you hear, they are played by the band Ra Khan for this team. Keisha Phillips, definitely, as far as hitters go, the best female in the major leagues. She's a beast. They call her Flash Phillips. She's got a little speed. She's good behind the plate, and she can play. Tony Del Vecchio, one of the smoothest fielding cats you will ever see. He's got a strong arm. He's one of my personal favorites, is Del Vecchio, and I wonder if he can develop and continue to be maybe the next superstar that comes from this team. Marky Dubois, another country cat that's not the smartest guy in the shed, but he's a fun guy to watch. All of these guys have their own personal music you'll hear when they walk up, when they hit home runs. Stephanie Morgan, her dad was a minor league baseball player. Reese Worthington, He has a little battle with asthma, so you'll see him pull out his inhaler from time to time. Really nice dude, though. Reminds me of like a Dustin Pedroia's little cousin that I don't know how he made the big leagues, but he's a great locker room guy, really nice to everybody. Also, Ricky Johnson, one of our pitchers, who's maybe the worst pitcher in baseball right now. I think he's got a lot of potential. Nicest guy in baseball. I like Ricky J a lot. Dante Robinson, the coolest theme song in baseball. Absolutely the chillest theme song in baseball. Let's look at Keisha Phillips, because hers is pretty cool too. Without further ado, we're going to jump into it. Here's Jocinda Smith. They call her MVP, and she grew up as a really good basketball player. She was good on backyard basketball, and she's really talented in all sports. But sometimes her ratings look better than the way she plays. That's the way it was on backyard baseball. But she's a really neat cat. Kimmy Ekman, another one of my personal favorites. I like her and Tony Del Vecchio a lot. They were two of my favorite underrated cards on backyard baseball. Our backup catcher, Dmitry Petrovich, the science nerd. He's always doing analytics and sabermetrics for us. And Ricky Johnson, the nicest guy in baseball.
Hey, I'm Ricky Johnson.
So, without further ado, let's get started. We're facing the lefty Corbin. Also, here's another tip for you guys on franchise. I'll try to give y'all tips as much as I can. That's a good idea, Braden. I just saw that. I'm seeing all your comments. Love to see y'all's names, man. What's up, MLB Buds? Haven't seen you on the channel. Great to have you, bro. Rafa, what's going on? I'm not going to play a custom league game today, Rafa. Unless we get through it and we still have people on, we'll just have to see. Might do a BR draft. But we're getting through this backyard baseball series. No, I'm super excited to have it back too, man. I couldn't wait. So we obviously don't have two lefties to start off, especially against a lefty. The reason why I do this is because here's another tip for y'all on franchise. I'll try to give y'all value as much as I can. On morale, I want to show y'all right here. On morale, we have to go back to the lineup screen. I don't want to do that because we're about to get started. Paulo Sanchez is so cool, man. Such a cool cat. On morale, one thing you can do that will help your guys' morale. Make sure you have your star players. You want 3 players that you want to push and you think is your star. You want their potential doing good. You want their overall. You want them happy. Have them in your 1, 3, and 4 holes. 1, 3, and 4. If you have a guy batting every day in the 1 spot, a guy batting every day in the 3 spot, a guy batting every day in the 4 spot, when you go to their lineup screen on the roster screen on the lineup card, it's a secret not many people know about. It will say that they're your star, and they get happy because of that. So you don't have to pay them quite as much, and they'll still be happy every day and improving because you have them as your star. So what I do, I like Pablo in the 2-hole. Y'all know how they do that with Mike Trout and some other players. Gallo, sometimes they'll put them in the 2-hole to get them more at bats over a full season. Also, Pablo has a lot of speed. This guy, I mean, he's the greatest baseball player of all time. And to be honest, you can ask some of the cats that know about backyard baseball, especially on the computer game. We went pretty conservative with his ratings. We could have went even better, like the 85 speed, the 64 fielding, so we could have went even better, especially with the content. He's a dog, but the way we play, I didn't want to make him too souped up. We made him right at 99, and just trust me, the way he plays, the dude's an absolute monster. Absolute monster. Even MLB The Show recognizes it. They got him at a 101 clutch. You're not even supposed to be over 100 on franchise. So he's an absolute dog. But I put Pablo in the 3 spot in my regular lineup card. This is a major tip. So that Pablo's not upset. So that he's happy. Right here, see, he's ecstatic, and that influences everything. See, right here, team roll. Do y'all see right here on expectation? Look at morale. So look at my little thing. Attributes, quirks, morale. Look down. It says category. First category, team roll. Go over to the right. Expectation. That's what he expects is just depth. The reason why, no, these cats overnight became stars. They overnight signed with big league teams. Pablo just likes to play baseball. He don't care if he was in the minors. He don't care about the big leagues. He don't care about the popularity. He just wants to be playing baseball. That's what makes him great. His expectation is just to be a depth on the team. He just wants to be a part of the team. He just wants to play. His status, though, is star. Do y'all know why he's star? Because I have him in the 3-hole every day. Okay? That's on the regular lineup screen. When you set your lineup, starting franchise. Then, when you're about to play a game, I want him in the 2-hole, I do that. This is my lineup. So, on my lineup screen, I have him in the 3-hole, so it'll say star. Because watch, if I go to Mikey Thomas, it says every day. He's an everyday player. And he's still happy because he's not expecting that, because he's not a 99. You see what I mean? But your stars, you want them in the 1, 3, or 4-hole. And then this is the quickest way. All I do is just switch him and Mikey, and we're ready to go. So against a lefty, this is what we're going to do. I might give Dubois the day off. No, let's just do it. Let's go with our regular lineup. And let's hear from the greatest commentators of all time. They were so great on the original Backyard Baseball. Let's hear from Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch. And this is my favorite commentary clip ever from them. The greatest commentary clip of all time. It's so funny. So awesome. It's a classic. Sunny Day, take it away.
It's time once again for Backyard Baseball. This is Sunny Day and my pal Vinny the Gooch with a hearty hi-ho to ya. Wait a minute. The Gooch does not under any circumstances say hi-ho. Sunny Day might be saying hi-ho, but the Gooch just says yo. Whatever, Vinny.
So awesome. Perfect timing. Let's get it rolling. Picking up after a 40-run spot on Legend on stream. So sick.
It's Backyard Baseball time. Sunny Day here with Vinny the Gooch. Hello, Vinny. Hello, Vinny.
Vinny the Gooch. So funny, man. Let's hear him talk about our sponsors as we start off this game. And I'm going to move my picture-in-picture. Look at the whip from Luann Louie. She was not supposed to be that good starting out. Check her pink glove. She loved pink. She had a pink teddy bear on Backyard Baseball. But check the pink glove. We have all kind of customization here at Weasel World Park, the amusement park. And if the kids win, they get to go to Weasel World Amusement Park after the game. Let's hear from our sponsor as Trey Turner stands in. We got to hear from his walk-up music. And you're also going to get a taste of our different camera angles that we feature. And it is for viewing purposes, to make it like an episode and to make it just like as close to the original Backyard Baseballs as we could. So I'm going to switch my picture-in-picture over here so we'll be able to see the base running triangle. And let's hear from our sponsor, Gooch Berry Soda. Vinny the Gooch always tries to sell his own brand of soda on our broadcast, but we have no other sponsors because we're small time, but that's okay.
You know, Sonny, I could sure go for an ice-cold goochberry soda right about now. Nothing beats the cool, refreshing taste of a goochberry soda. Goochberry soda, available at fine soda stands throughout the ballpark.
Awesome. So it is go time. This is filthy. Even just the, the camera angle and all that kind of gives me adrenaline because this is exciting. Also, you will see I have no, well, you'll just have to see. The as we check out the starting lineups. Everything that we do is tailored to make it a fun broadcasting experience for the viewer, like an episode, like a documentary,
Ball, that's out.
like a TV broadcast. 3-1 here to Adam Eaton.
We got 3 and 2.
Gets him to swing through it. You see the Ferris wheel from Weasel World there in the background. That ball absolutely crushed, and that ball is headed to Weasel World. I hope that ball's tall enough because it gets a chance to go on a roller coaster ride. Adam Eaton, absolutely filthy. what a question I just got in. Noah, he is a bad dude. Adam Eaton is a bad dude, man. Just giving value to a team however he can. What a question we just got in from Caden. So you can tell Caden was an OG backyard baseball player. That's so cool, dude. My favorite, I don't know, man. So I was a realistic guy. You know how I am on these franchises. I like to go as realistic as possible. So when I unlocked the Parks Department 2 on the computer game, it had like a real Little League stadium. And it was awesome. And it had a replay screen in center field, kind of how this one looks. So that was my favorite. And now we've got the 2-2 count, and it is Juan Soto. As you can see,
He's out.
it just looks like we're watching a baseball game, the way that these kids interact. We don't see a fly ball indicator. We don't see anything come up when they make the throws. I also like, though, as far as, our first chance with no fly ball indicator on. I'm terrified. Oh, no, he misses it. So you get your first taste of seeing what it's like to play humongous melonheads baseball. They're Little League cats. They're not used to judging Major League fly balls under the pressure in front of a lot of stands. And we make a crucial first error there. Marky Dubois, that's not good. Absolutely crazy. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, though. Kurt Suzuki's so awesome. 3-1 here to Howie Kendrick. Ground ball to Pablo. You know he's not going to make an error. Pablo makes the play. One of the smoothest cats, even though he just has a 64 fielding. He is Mr. Reliable. Adam Eaton makes his pay, though. Sends that ball onto the Ferris wheel. And the Nationals take a 1-0 lead. We get a chance to see Patrick Corbin. He has struggled so far this season. Yeah, Reflejo, we scored 40, bro. We scored 40 last game. Here is Pete Wheeler. He's coming off a ridiculous breakout game. The Melonheads broke the record for runs in a game with 40 on stream last episode. That's why we took a break, because it was so ridiculous. Pete somehow took a 7-for-7 with 5 home runs. I don't even know how it happened. But how does he follow that up here? We're about to find out.
1-1, here it comes. Swung on it.
You've got to be kidding me. First pitch. The Nationals bench can't believe it. Pete says, hey, I'm not smart enough to get nervous and understand how big of a moment this is. After 5 home runs last game and a 7-for-7, he gets his 8th straight hit and his 6th home run in 2 games. Unbelievable. Absolutely remarkable. First pitch from Patrick Corbin. I haven't played on Legend in a while. Unbelievable, but we can't worry about that too much more, because now we get a chance to see greatness. Pete Wheeler's been on an absolute tear, and he still trails Pablo for the home run lead.
I got 3-2.
This kid is special, and with Pete, he's on fire right now. You expect it to slow down, but Pablo, you just think,
Nope, that's
look at that take right there. An 18-year-old shortstop, not supposed to be able to have that take on 3-2. Absolutely filthy. You just get the feeling with Pablo that it's not really a hot streak. It's just kind of like Mike Trout. He just consistently puts up big numbers. Here's Mikey Thomas. 1-1 count to Mikey.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
I want to be able to see the... now give me 1 second. I'm going to move my guy back over here. I want to be able to see the score and the count and all that because I try to do this as much like a broadcast as I can. So I'm going to move my picture-in-picture back over, and then we'll continue with this plate appearance with Pablo Sanchez on first. Let's see if he might try to steal. Mikey Thomas at the plate. 2-1 count for him here, courtesy of quick counts. Pablo on first. We're also playing a different camera angle. We are not using the same camera angle right now. We use a custom angle for broadcast for the viewers. What a pitch from Corbin. Big strikeout there from Patrick Corbin. And here is Khan himself, Ahmed Khan. Pablo takes off for second. He is safe. Pablo Sanchez with another steal. His stolen base total is creeping up there as well. Ahmed in an RBI spot now. Can he get the go-ahead runner home? Ooh, gets a fastball towards the middle part of the plate. Can't believe Ahmed missed that one. Ahmed reminds a lot of scouts of Nelson Cruz when he was younger. It took Nelson a little bit to get going, though. Hopefully, Ahmed's not a late bloomer, but we will take the production Nelson hit once he did start to adjust to big league pitching.
That's ball 4.
I thought that may have rung him up. They call it ball 4. Maybe they're a fan of Ahmed's music. Either way, Keisha Phillips, one of the most clutch hitters on our team so far, standing in with 1 away and 2 on. This different angle, it's going to take me a little bit to adjust to it. It's a lot of fun, though. You get to see the players and the custom jerseys and all that with this angle. Is the reason why we do it. Keisha catches a slider here. That ball looks like it's going to get down, and we don't have to worry about the base running because it's a ground rule double. Keisha Phillips continues to be one of the most clutch hitters on this young team, and in steps Tony Del Vecchio. I'm going to play his music, and I'm actually going to move my little dude to the bottom right so that we can see everything up there. There we go. Wait, one thing. All right. 1-2 count to Tony. Oh, they do ring us up on that one. You know what that means. Vinny the Gooch says Patrick Corbin gave us a dose of vitamin K. Good to see Tony getting his vitamins, but not like that. Here's Marky Dubois. And that one rings him up as well. That did look painful, didn't it? We head to the top of the second inning. Fast start here so far. It's 2-1 Melonheads. Mikey with a slide over there, the shortest guy in baseball. They call him Nugget. With a nice little play, 1 away. 2-2 count here to Starlin Castro. Strike 3 from Lulu. And that pink glove with the purple and green. Just filthy. That was Victor Robles. It was not Starlin Castro. 2-2 count here with 2 away in the second inning. Ball in the hole to Pablo. Makes the play. He's going to throw out Patrick Corbin. And we head to the bottom of the second. Pablo's such a bad dude. I'm going to get a look at the daughter of a former minor leaguer, Stephanie Morgan. It's not often that a daughter grows up and one-ups her dad in the sport of baseball, but she's made the big leagues, and here she is here. She also hit her first home run in that game, the last game that we showed in the last episode on this series at Colorado. I don't even know if she could homer, but it was pretty cool to see her hit her first home run in that game. Lulu on deck. All the pitchers on this team can hit just a little bit.
Ball 4, that's up.
Because as Stephanie takes a walk. Oh, that was Brock Holt. Thanks, Carlos. So, some of our pitchers can hit a little bit because in backyard baseball, the pitchers hit and every hitter could pitch. So, you know, it's Little League. Y'all remember how Little League worked? Lulu gets a hold of this one. Absolutely smokes that changeup. Well, they might have a play back at first. They do. They double us up. That's not good. You're going to see us make base running errors and fielding errors. This team is young, but they do have some talent. Pete Wheeler is showing that here.
The count is 1-2.
Can't believe they threw him a fastball down the middle there. Strike 3. They finally find a way to get Pete Wheeler out. And we head to the top of the third inning. Lulu has pitched really well other than the Adam Eaton home run so far. Ooh, Corbin did get a piece of that one. Caden, I can't believe we weren't able to catch that fastball down the middle. It really shocked me that they threw him a fastball down the middle. I mean, the dude's 8 for 8 with 6 home runs in his last 2 games. So I could not believe they started him down the middle on 1-1.
Ball 3. The count
But
3-1.
with Pete Wheeler's low vision, a lot of these players have low vision because they're not used to hitting big league fastballs. Pablo going to try to make a play. What a play. Pulls Stephanie off the bag, though. That's going to go as a throw-in error after a nice play in the hole. Mikey doesn't like that. He's not used to seeing the best player on his team, Pablo Sanchez, making an error and putting his team in a tough spot. Super rare from Pablo. This team has a low vision. Almost every hitter has low vision because they're not used to seeing big league pitching. We do bounce back and strike out Adam Eaton here. Lulu dishing out Vitamin K.
No, that's down.
Ooh, Soto. Soto with the Soto shuffle. He was wanting to know if that ball would be called a strike. So good at taking pitches and working the count. Might have got him to chase one there. It was close. 2-2 count here to Soto. We ring up Juan Soto. Keisha Phillips with a nice framing job back there behind the plate. And this looks like Kurt Suzuki. Carlos, thanks for letting me know that was Brock Holt. I can't hear the audio that y'all can hear, the game audio, as I'm working the music and commentary and all that. Stephanie Morgan, nice throw over to Mikey. Lulu now works around trouble in 2 of the first 3 innings. Melonheads have half of the Nationals' hits, but double the runs. We're going to get to see Pablo Sanchez right after this. Pablo smokes that one. He gets going early and often here on episode 8. Unbelievable. We get to see home run number 26 of maybe 763 career home runs in the future. We don't know, but this cat is special. If he can stay healthy, he's going to put up some ridiculous career numbers. Nugget now stepping in to face Corbin.
1 ball,
Slider
2 strikes.
had me off balance. I thought it was the curve, the way it came off so high.
That's ball 2.
Ooh, if that's the 4 seam, they might ring us up. Nice changeup for an out pitch. A lot of pitchers like using that changeup on 2-2 in real life in the big leagues to just try to get you to do what Thomas just did there, ground out to second. Here is the dude, rocker dude, as we call him, Ahmed Khan.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
He is the lead guitarist for the band that plays all of these sounds, Rock On. He's going to go ahead and rock on over to the dugout here after the Corbin K. He's the lead guitarist for the band Rock On. His little brother, who is the closer on this team, Amir Khan, he is the drummer.
We got a full count. 3-2.
Ooh, Keisha Phillips just gets under that one, hits it a mile high. Coming off of a series at Mile High Stadium, Coors Field, where we got walked off by a walk-off home run on stream 2 nights in a row, and then we bounced out and said, you know what, we got to bring it. Pete Wheeler breaks the home run record. He hits 5. I showed the legend settings and the custom sliders, and we scored 40. It just came out of nowhere. We'll never do it again. It was just crazy. That's why I love doing these series, because you always get neat moments like that. Here is Howie Kendrick. Reflejo says 763 is being pretty relaxed about Pablo's estimated career total. Only 763. Here's Starlin Castro. And as we move on into the evening hours here at Weasel World, you will see that Ferris wheel start to light up more and more, and it becomes beautiful out here with baseball going. You can sit down with a hot dog, some sunflower seeds.
I got to count 2-2.
And just get to watch these kids' their careers play out. Tony Del Vecchio, one of the smoothest fielding third basemen you will see. He reminds me of a young Nolan Arenado over there. Speaking of young, here's Victor Robles. 1-2 count. See if Lulu can add to her strikeout total. She does. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning.
Ready to go for the last
Tony Del Vecchio to start us off. We don't have a lazy
looking to punch him out.
ball boy out there in left field. Ours is up on their feet. See them? They stand up. They're trying to retrieve the balls out there. That's good to see. Most of the time on MLB The Show, they just sit there and don't do anything. Tony catches one in bat flips. You got to be kidding me. Let's run it.
The ring herd around the neighborhood. Goodbye, baseball. That one put a hole in the bosom, sonny. D-E-L-V-E-C-C-I-O.
Straightaway right field.
Unbelievable. Tony Del Vecchio, such a smooth cat. Makes the last out of the inning in the top of the fourth and hits this ball out of here. D-E-L-V-E-C-C-I-O. He misspells his name on that audio clip. That's what happens on the real game. So awesome. Because they're just young kids at that point. But they are all grown up here. Here is Marky Dubois.
Ball, that's out.
They're now even at 4 apiece.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Marky, what are you doing, man? The long layoff. We've been working custom leagues has gotten to Marky. He wants to hit. He doesn't want to walk, but he'll take it. And here's Stephanie Morgan. These kids haven't got to go to Weasel World in a while. Because we haven't played.
2-2 the count.
We haven't played a game in a while. So they're coming out on fire. They only get to go per Coach Ekman's rules. He's coached them for 10 years growing up. They only get to go to Weasel World if they win. And they're looking to do just that here. You see the hot dog stand and the snow cone stand out there in right center field. Here's the pitcher, Lulu. Carlos,
2 balls, 1
that
strike, the count.
Tony Del Vecchio bat flip is pretty nasty, isn't it, dude?
Effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why she's getting knocked around.
Fastball taken, but that
Lulu's got a little bit of speed. Maybe the fastest pitcher in baseball. She was fast on the original Backyard Baseball.
Did he go?
She's got terrible plate discipline, though, and they're going to say she went around. Wonder why Patrick Corbin was looking like that. Now I know it's because Pete Wheeler stands in.
That's out.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Oh, he
2
gets a
balls,
slider.
2 strikes.
Hey, doubled up on breaking.
Pretty funky spot, though. Tough to hit there.
Plus that fastball
He was on it, just got under it.
3-2.
That one was kind of close to ringing him up. Pablo always looks calm
on first.
and collected,
Possible outcomes.
no matter what situation he's in
That pitch
on
is
the
up.
baseball
Ball
field.
4.
Pete going to take a walk. I wonder what that's going to do for Pablo's numbers now. People knowing all of a sudden that they've got to fear Pete Wheeler at the plate. It was just his speed they were worried about. But if they've got to fear him at the plate, then I don't know, man. That might lead to more RBI opportunities for Pablo. He homered his last time up, and here he is now. Such a bad dude. Rumor has it that after the 2002 season,
1 strike.
a certain young star shortstop in the major leagues changed his batting stance to model Pablo Sanchez after seeing Pablo Pablo's going to move up an extra base there. His baseball instincts are so good. Rumor has it a certain shortstop that came up with the Mariners and signed with the Rangers in 2003 and won the 2003 MVP. They said in that offseason, before the 2003 season with the Rangers, he saw a 10-year-old who was super smooth on the diamond that played for the humongous Melonheads named Pablo Sanchez. And this cat worked with his hitting coach to fix his batting stance. And after he did that, he used it in the 2003 season, and he went on to put up 52 home runs. 52. I know he hit over 50 as a young shortstop in 2003. Won the 2003 American League MVP using the new batting stance that he had modeled after the 10-year-old Pablo Sanchez. That's what the rumor says anyway. That's what the reports say, as I have talked to a scout from that 2003 Rangers team. Who knows to be sure? All we know is now getting to see Pablo, their batting stances look pretty similar. We move on to the top of the fifth. Melonheads up 5-1. Here's Brock Holt.
Ball.
Come on, Blue. She's 19. She's tied for the first female pitcher in the bigs. You can give us that spot. She gets a ground out to the first female second baseman to ever play in the bigs, Stephanie Morgan. 1-2 count here to Asdrubal Cabrera. We were just talking about the Rangers. He's a former Ranger. We just found a ball Pete Wheeler didn't get to. What in the world is going on? He's turned into a power hitter. He's not worried about his 99 speed as much anymore. And here's Trey Turner. Look at the numbers Trey Turner has put up here so far in this season. Off to a pretty hot start. 346 with 5 home runs. Louis, what a play. No way we're getting 2 there. But, dun-dun-dun. Pretty filthy play. Who says female pitchers can't field? The pink glove. That was one of the smoothest behind the back plays by the pitcher I've ever seen with the pink glove. That was pretty filthy. That was awesome. Trey Turner pretty much has second base stolen.
He's safe.
Not even a lightning quick Pablo Sanchez tag can do anything about that. Here's Adam Eaton. What's up with Adam Eaton today? Yeah, I knew we shouldn't have gone home. Oh, Keisha Phillips cuts it off. Are you serious? Throws Adam Eaton out at second. This team is maturing right before our eyes. That's awesome. They're going to show the flashback to Pablo Sanchez. The rest of the team can't get no love from the media right now. All the media wants to talk about is Pablo Sanchez. But what a play by Keisha Phillips. The 20-year-old female catcher sees they don't have a shot at Trey Turner, sees Adam Eaton trying to move up to second on the throw, and look at this play by her. Super awesome. As she throws down to the female second baseman. Girl power right there. That's pretty awesome. And we get Ahmed Khan standing in. Filthy strike 3 called. As we look at Patrick Corbin's line, he's got at least 5 of everything except innings pitched. That ain't good. Here's Keisha Phillips.
He did allow 2 home runs.
High in the air out to center.
Just missed that one. She was trying to hit that lit up Ferris wheel out there.
Play there. 2 away.
I might grab a hot dog in between these innings over there at the hot dog stand.
So coming to the plate.
Tony the Vec Del Vecchio.
Hit fairly well out towards
Now he's all over this, but
Blues. Waits on it.
it ain't gonna matter. That's gonna end the inning. We head to the top of the 6th. Melonheads lead the Nationals 5-2. I guess Victor Robles plans on tossing this ball into the stands. Let's head to the top of the 6th.
Stepping up now, Juan Soto. Called out on strikes his last time through.
Juan Soto probably has the best shot of anybody not named Pablo Sanchez to hit that Ferris wheel. And that ball is headed right for it. What in the world? We just said he's got a good shot of hitting that Ferris wheel, and that's exactly what he does.
Towering class and one of the best players in their lineup. It
I think we might turn the lights off
stings sure.
in that Ferris wheel next time Juan Soto comes up. Anytime a power hitting lefty like him is at the plate, we're turning the lights off in that Ferris wheel. We don't want to give him any more motivation to visit right center field.
At the plate now, Kurt Suzuki. Now a
Slurve is filthy. On Backyard Baseball, they call it the right hook.
3.
Lulu, strikeout pitch working today.
And that's strike 3. That's it for this kid. Boy, that was painful.
Here's Howie Kendrick.
And here's Howie Kendrick.
Line thus far.
Ground ball to Tony. That's almost a sure way to get out.
Got him.
Kendrick is gone. 2 away now. Stepping into the box.
Lulu's had a great game. She gets another ground out. She's going to keep that ERA right above 3. But Juan Soto
Closer thanks to the solo
sends the ball to the Ferris wheel.
of the 6th. The Sandlot is
Luckily, nobody was on base, and the Melonheads still lead 5-3. We're going to have to get somebody warm in the bullpen. And here comes Marky Dubois. 3-1 to Mark. He's been working on hitting the ball the other way. He reminds me of a Rugnet Odor type cat. Super tough. But I wasn't good at taking walks at the beginning of the season and going the other way. Just wanted to pull everything for a home run. He started to mature, and this team has so much potential, especially if the pitchers can start to get it going. It might be 3 or 4 years before the pitchers start to improve a ton. But these hitters have already started to develop way before we thought they would.
now to the plate. Stephen Morgan fouled away.
Reflejo, that comment is awesome. Stephanie Morgan smokes one here on a perfect. She nearly gets it out. She's going to one-hop the wall. Robles picks it up and throws it in. Stephanie Morgan, though, we like to see it. We want to see her continue to be our starting second baseman, but she's got to produce more at the plate. She doesn't have a ton of power, so this is the way she can do it with RBI doubles. And you see what all they're offering out there at the shack in left center field. And here's Lulu. We might end her day. Actually, I'm going to let her hit. It is right, left, right, due up in
One ball and 2 strikes.
the next half of the inning. Reflejo, that, yes, you could, bro. It was always crazy. To me, I always just pretended like it was a two-seam. But yeah, you could throw a left hook and a right hook with the same pitcher.
That's outside.
Nice catch, dude.
Time laid off for a ball.
That's funny that that you knew that. That's awesome that you know about that game. That game was so great, man.
Gotta do better to entice a swing.
What a pitch there.
Swung on and
I'm
missed.
at strike 3. That's it for this. Oh, beautiful. Painful.
That did look painful. I don't want to see it again. Here is Pete Wheeler.
They can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result you saw right there. A big swing and a
And this one's in the dirt. One out and a runner on second base.
We need all the insurance runs we can get. As y'all know,
We got 3 balls.
if you've
and
seen
2
this
strikes.
franchise, glad they didn't bring us up there. Pablo's glad too. He likes as many ducks on the pond as he can get, 'cause he likes bringing runners home. But we do have a tendency to blow games late in the game.
High fly ball after straightaway.
Pete almost catches another one. He's doing everything he can to try to catch up
Put it away, but the
to Pablo Sanchez's home run total, but it's just not working so far. Pablo's just like Mike Trout. It's just the more he plays, the more runs he puts up.
runner in scoring position.
Other guys
count
go
1
on
and 2.
hot streaks. Bellinger, Yelich, Betts, they go on hot streaks and they slow down for a little bit, and it's like Mike Trout just produces constantly. Strike 3 to Pablo.
I'm at strike 3. That's it for this.
Pablo did not like that. He had a chance to give this team some insurance runs. He's trying to help them win. He's all about just helping this team win.
For him to this point.
But you see that with Mike Trout a lot.
I got the count.
He can go
2
through a
and
hot
2.
streak and then he can kind of be quiet for a couple weeks, and you look up and his numbers are the same as a guy that's been crushing the ball. Pablo's kind of that same way. You can't really call it a hot streak. Pete Wheeler's been crushing the ball. It's a hot streak. We'll have other guys catch hot streaks throughout the season, see what kind of numbers they can put up.
Digging in now.
Pablo, though, he's just a beast.
To the plate for him in the ball game.
Stephanie Morgan, always smooth out there at second base. 2 up, 2 down.
Carter T-Boom will get the call.
We're going to see a pinch hitter. It's Carter Kiboom. Dude, that's awesome. Caden has been fire with the comments. Says that Stephanie Morgan reminds him of a young Elvis Andrews. That's pretty cool, man. I'm a Rangers fan. So, I hear you. That's funny. He was kind of a slender frame when he first came up at 19 years old with the Rangers, 1920. And a nice fielder and doesn't have a lot of pop. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate the I love people that add into the storylines because that's what makes it fun for me.
Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
1-2 to Trey Turner.
Misses for
Yep, that ball went out.
I guess he's been reading the scouting reports. You see Coach Ekman, he's thinking, man, nobody ever lays off that right hook.
in the right field. That's a base hit.
Back-to-back hits.
Runner will go no further.
Let's see what Coach Ekman does here. Let's see if he wants to go to the bullpen here in the 7th. It is Adam Eaton, so we are,
This pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning
you know what, back-to-back lefties. We got to get Josh Hader going.
with the ball
He's not on full day's rest,
over the harder plate, a crooked number going.
but I don't care. This is a spot for Josh Hader, one of the very few real, original Brewer veterans on this team. We're going to go to him now.
The first base dugout heading for the mound. We're going to see a pitching change. That's going to do it for his starter here tonight.
We get to see Josh Hader. You can see there Coach Ekman humbling Josh Hader. Hader's not used to, all these big-time stars in the majors aren't used to a coach really coaching them. They're used to them talking to them and managing them and just making sure they're happy. But Coach Ekman, he started as all he is a little league coach that just got his break because of the crazy storyline that's up on the playlist. He's not afraid to talk to these cats like they're anybody else. And you can see that might be what Josh Hader needs. That's the strikeout result we're so used to seeing from Josh Hader, and we got to see more of it. We need him to be better if we are going to make a push at the playoffs. Here's Wander Suero for the Nationals. And we're going to get to see Nugget Mikey Thomas looking for his 10th home run of the season. That's cool. Caden and Reflejo, that's awesome, man. Both AL West teams. Mikey did just hit his 10th of the season if this ball stays fair, and it does. Mikey Thomas reaching double digits. He's trying to chase Pete Wheeler for second in the majors in home runs. Pete's up at 19. Pablo's got 26. Look out for Mikey, though. If Pete slows down, Mikey might be hot on his tail. The shortest first baseman in baseball. Hey, Caden, Mikey kind of reminds me of Prince Fielder. You remember him, man? Ball was absolutely crushed. Here is Ahmed Khan.
No, ball 4.
Coach is not happy about that call, and I don't blame him. Here's Keisha Phillips. She's good with runners on base. Back-to-back walks. When this Melonheads team starts taking a little bit of walks, they are dangerous. Here's Tony Del Vecchio. He's already bat flipped once in this game. Jerseys are awesome. Tony smokes this one. That's his second perfect of this game. He hits it so hard that Ahmed doesn't have a chance to score from second. So let's see if Marky Dubois can knock him in. We're going to go to Roenis Elias, the lefty reliever. Should we let Marky hit? He has taken some strides here. We might pinch hit for him. As Reflejo always says, Dimitri calculates launch angles. You're a smart baseball fan, Reflejo. Coach Ekman has a hunch. He's going to send his daughter out there. He's usually pretty tough on her. But he's going to send his daughter out here with the bases loaded and nobody out. And then we'll go to Dante Robinson, the defensive replacement, after this. But we're going to get a chance to see Kimmy Ekman. Why not? The only player to have her cleats featured on my TikTok. She's got the coolest cleats in baseball.
One ball.
Cleats won't help her here, though, as Elias blows a 96-mile-per-hour fastball right by her. Tries to do it again. But her dad, Coach Ekman's been talking to her about adjusting at the plate. She gets rung up with the bases loaded and no outs. She's pretty upset, and you know it's because her dad's going to have a talk to her about that. Here's Stephanie Morgan. She prides herself in clutch hitting. Let's see if she can come through here. Man, you really expected Elias to be careful with these hitters, but I guess he just doesn't respect the girls up at the plate. He's just throwing fastballs down the middle to them. And Stephanie says you better learn to respect it. Stephanie Morgan, her second career home run ever, and it comes in a big spot. She got tired of Elias not respecting the girls at the plate and just throwing them fastballs down the middle with the bases loaded. Stephanie Morgan makes them pay. That was absolutely insane. Right as I'm commentating and saying Elias must not be respecting the girls at the plate, he throws another one down the middle, and unbelievable. Stephanie Morgan, perfect on it here on Legend. And she just has like 46 power versus lefties. That was incredible. It's moments like this that make this series so much fun. We're going to go to the third girl position player on this team and see if
Inside, ball one.
see if he's learned his lesson. Jocinda has a little bit more power than Stephanie. She's just late on that one. He does come back and throw her a fastball down the middle. Probably just more of a bad attitude than anything. That grand slam was absolutely insane. There's got to be a TikTok coming for that. Absolutely awesome. Here's Pete Wheeler. That was one of the coolest moments of this series. Elias just disrespecting the girls at the plate, and Stephanie takes him deep. That's only her second career home run, and she just hit her first last game, and she's been starting every game for us. Right now, though, here's Pablo Sanchez.
2-1.
The baddest dude in the game. Swings through that one. He did strike out his last time up. He's not used to taking long breaks away from the game, so you wonder how he'll settle in. Just misses that one. Robles makes the play. Big inning for the Melonheads, though, on a Stephanie Morgan grand slam. We're going to go to Brent Suter here in a mop-up role, as we do have an 8-run lead late in the game. Surely that's enough, as we often do blow games late in the game with no fly ball indicator here on Legend. It's pretty cool just to watch Pablo and Stephanie Morgan take grounders back there in the background. We all remember doing that in Little League. And that Ferris wheel is awesome here at Weasel World Park. Amusement park and the baseball park, and the kids get to go to the amusement park after the game if they win. Here's Juan Soto, who's already visited the amusement park during the game. Last time he came up, he hit a ball to the Ferris wheel. First things first, though, Coach Ekman's going to do something that he's done a lot through the years: pull his daughter. For a defensive replacement, it's Dante Robinson.
The count is 1-2.
Filthy pitch from Brent Suter. A beach ball has made its way onto the field. Dante Robinson going to take care of that. Right when we were playing the beachy music, a beach ball finds its way on the field. That was bizarre. It's crazy the timing and the moments that we get on this stream. Carlos says go to Mr. Clanky. Clanky's been so good. Mr. Clanky has been so good that we kind of don't want to waste him late in games anymore until his stats start getting a little bit worse again. So I didn't want to waste him right here because we might need him in a close game next game. because I don't imagine we will have a big lead on the Nationals like this 2 nights in a row. But you never know the way this team is playing. And Brent Suter might not be able to get out of the game, so we will have to warm somebody else up. I'm telling you, this team is known for blowing games late in the game. No lead is safe. I'm going to give Brent Suter a chance to work out of it because we'll be afraid to ever use him again if we pull him at this point. I wish he could have made that play and gotten 1 or 2 out of it. As it stands, this is now a 6-run game, and there is still nobody out. I wonder how Coach Ekman is going to play this. They're going to talk to him, and they're going to leave him out there. Coach Ekman is a big proponent, as he is just a little league coach. Pablo goes to third first. They try to turn 2 in the most unorthodox way I've ever seen. That's not like Pablo, but he knew. I actually liked that move because he knew Victor Robles runs well. So he was trying to get 2 with the top 2 lead runners the way the angle was going. And with his baseball instincts, you really just don't want to question him. He usually knows what he's doing.
No, he's in there.
You can't quite get 2 there. That would have got Brent Suter out of it. And here's Ryan Zimmerman, who is still has a lot of pop against lefties at this stage in his career. That ball's hit to Tony Del Vecchio, and that's usually a sure way to head back to the dugout with your head tucked. Tony's heading back to the dugout because he's ready to bat. Let's see if we can bat around to him. Bottom of the 8th coming up right after this. That's a good point, Carlos. He does have 99 stamina, but we don't want to just put him in every single game. Remember, as Nugget stands in, remember, we don't want the MLB getting too upset with us for playing a robot in the majors. They still haven't given an official word yet on whether he's allowed to play. I have a feeling they kind of know by now, but I think they're still just deciding whether they're going to allow a robot in the bigs. So we haven't officially told them, but at the same time we haven't been hiding it either, so I'm still waiting to see. So we don't want to just use him every game. Here's Ahmed Khan. Get down, ball. Not with Adam Eaton playing right field. Noah Smith can tell us all about that. Here's Keisha Phillips. She currently has over a 400 on base percentage. She's been hitting the ball so well.
One ball, 2 strikes the count.
That fastball's getting there in a hurry. That looked like the old fireball special pitch on Backyard Baseball.
Ball inside.
2-seam looked even faster than the 4-seam, but they say it does come in at 96. With the movement, though, it looked pretty filthy. And there's the slider for strike 3. Keisha's like, yeah, he just got me. He just got me. We're going to see Trey Turner here to start off the top of the 9th. Let's see if the Melonheads can surely close out this 6-run lead.
I got the count, 1 and 2.
It's funny, that changeup kind of went with the music there. Pulled the string on Trey Turner. This ball hit out to right. No fly ball indicator, but Dante doesn't care. He's usually used for defense and speed, and he makes a nice little play there. Here's Adam Eaton, who has 2 hits, including a home run.
He's out.
Nice play by Pablo, and that's going to bring up potentially the last batter of the game, but it's going to be a tough out. It's Juan Soto. He had so much fun hitting the ball on the Ferris wheel last time. He's going to try it again here. This one's on the ground though to Stephanie Morgan, the player of the game. She throws it to first. Coach Eggman's happy. That usually means the kids are happy. They get to go to Weasel World Amusement Park after this. Let's hear from Sunny Day in the booth.
The Melonheads dominate. These kids have really earned this victory. They played their hearts out and then some. They can all go home proud of their performances today.
See you, Matt. Good to see you stopping by. What a grand slam by Stephanie Morgan. Just put this game out of reach, even with the Melonheads bullpen the way it has been. And what a first game. We've got Anibal Sanchez next up on the slate. Melonheads now 17-12. They've won 2 in a row, but it's the way they have played that has everybody excited. And they say it's raining here in Weasel World. Why is Angela ready? We will play in the rain, so I got to remember to do that. Oh, okay, so we did get a day off. Jay. When was Angela's last game? So our last starters have been Lulu, Ricky J, Angela Del Vecchio pitched right there. So 1, 2, 3. She's not quite. I don't want to pitch her on 3 days rest. Try to keep it as realistic as possible. But whoever started this game is able to pitch. Jorge Garcia is not a very good pitcher at all. We just use him when we have to. Ernie Steele's ready to go, because we did get a day off, which lets us work a 4-man rotation instead of 5. And it is raining. Let's just throw Jorge. Fine with me. He's supposed to be terrible. He's been decent. Lineup's working really good. Let's roll with it. And let's hear from Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch as you see how the divisional standings shape up so far.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some baseball. Hello, baseball fans. Sunny Day here, along with my good friend, Vinny the Gooch. Thanks, Sunny. It's good to be here for another exciting game of baseball. I can't get enough of it.
It is raining here at Weasel World, but it's not going to stop us from trying to get some baseball in. Here is Jorge Garcia. Let's go to Vinny the Gooch for a little pregame tips about baseball.
Like I always say, it's better to score than to not score.
Thank you, Vinny. That was insightful. Here's Trey Turner, and we're going to get this game started. Pete Wheeler with an error to start this game. Because he's battling the rain, they're actually going to call it a double. It does go as a leadoff double. That did not help Jorge Garcia. He's not great at striking out batters at all or missing bats. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can work out of this. This team can't get so arrogant that they forsake working on the fundamentals, because they still have a long way to go before they want to be at the big league level for fielding and pitching and a lot of intangibles that it takes to win close games, to make the playoffs, to withstand a late September push for a pennant race, and of course to win a playoff series or even get to the World Series. So I hope just because they've been playing well at the plate, that doesn't mean that they're going to forsake working on fielding and being locked in and focused every day and doing the small things right, because the little things that usually end in a World Series season. Anibal Sanchez the veteran starter. Going to face Pete Wheeler here. Let's see if he can make up. He does have a 14-game hitting streak. He's been on fire. See if he can make up for that bonehead play to start the game. This ball is hit up to right center field. That ball's going to carry with the rain out of here. Pete Wheeler's homered in 3 straight games. He hit 5 a couple games ago. He homered yesterday, and he homers again today. He's just on a tear right now. Hey, Caden, yes, I got the PSN. I should have sent you a friend request, did I not? I believe I sent you a friend request. So if you see that friend request, accept it and then message me on PSN. So after this stream, we can talk about getting you a spot and getting you in. Here's Pablo Sanchez.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Ooh, any ball messed up there, and he knows that. You can tell by the way his eyes look. He did not mean to throw that pitch there. Pablo jumped all over it, just got under it. Can't believe he missed that.
Full count, 3-2.
Runs the count full. Here's the graphic of Mikey taking swings over there. Reflejo, it was really sad what happened to Prince Fielder, dude. You're a really knowledgeable baseball fan, man. That's cool. Pablo takes this pitch on 3-2 for a base hit. The dude is so good. He had his pitch to hit on 2-1 and missed it. Still ends up with a 3-2 single. Nothing you can do there. And he's already starting to see how the ground will work under his cleats if he'll be able to get a good jump to steal second base. Backyard Baseball, the original card, they said he catches fly balls like Willie Mays. He was either a center fielder or a shortstop, in my opinion. On Backyard Baseball, I always used him as a shortstop, but he'd also be a nasty center fielder as well. He steals bases like Lou Brock. Here's Mikey Thomas.
The count is 1-2.
And he hits home runs like Babe Ruth. That's what the card said on the original Backyard Baseball games of the Pablo Sanchez card. When you opened it up, that's what the description of him was. This ball gets into Mikey. Does a good job of fighting it off. Pablo heads for second. The ball just misses inside. Nice job by Mikey taking ball 3 and letting Pablo swipe second base. He's only been thrown out once this year. He only has 84 speed, but his instincts are so good. His reaction's so good. And Melonhead's team putting Anibal Sanchez in a really tough spot to start this game. Mikey sprays the ball the other way. Wow, gets a perfect. Let's see if he can beat out a double here. He does have 7 speed. He does. Mikey Thomas now with a base hit on 3-2. So Pete Wheeler homers. Pablo singles on 3-2, and Mikey doubles on 3-2. Here's Ahmed Khan. He's kind of slowed down after his hot start to the season.
No, inside.
Sinker's got a lot of movement from Sanchez. That's awesome, Carlos. Did you make real prospects? You made detailed prospects after real prospects in baseball, Carlos? If so, I will use that. Absolutely, I'll use that for my franchise live streams. And yeah, I think I have an idea for how to do that. So just leave free agents on their teams.
He's out.
Ahmed's kind of slowed down. No, we didn't go. We didn't go. We got to get Ahmed Khan in the middle of that lineup going again.
The The count's full.
3-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And when I was
We've been okay without it just because Pete and Pablo, even Mikey, swinging the bat really well right now. Keisha doing her job.
pitch that they can do something with.
Fielding has been pretty good too. We just got to get better on those fly balls in the outfield with no fly ball indicator on. These kids, though, their first year ever in the big leagues, they completely skipped the minors. They went from Little League and then playing for the high school team and then preparing to play for just a semi-pro league, and then they get discovered.
Hey!
Wow, Keisha gets rung up. You got to be kidding me. She doesn't like that call. She said, man, that's a veteran call. He was trying to give that to Anibal Sanchez. That ball was off the plate. I can't believe the call they get there. Keisha doesn't like it. She said, man, that's just because I'm a girl, but I see how it's going to be. Here's Marky Dubois. Man, 2 weeks ago, Marky would not hit the ball the other way. Now he's kind of talented at it. He's kind of got a knack for it, and he just keeps spraying balls the other way. Looks like Mikey Thomas at the plate. It's a pretty impressive job of hitting by Marky there, and that's going to score us another run.
Now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
In now, Joe Smith. And this will go right by Suzuki all the way to the backstop.
No, he's safe.
Make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Runs already home here.
This is Jocinda Smith. Oh, I guess we've got her starting for now against righties.
Count 2-2.
We might be out, but we're going to try to score, and we are out at the plate. Marky Dubois reminds me of Rugi. That's exactly the type of thing that Rugi is going to try to do. He's always doing funky stuff like that. Anything that's tough or you need to be geared up for, Rugi's always going to try to pull something off like that. So that's pretty funny that was Marky. Here is Ryan Zimmerman. I'm trying to figure out why Stephanie Morgan is in. I think, oh, Jocinda Smith. I didn't know we gave Tony the day off, so we got to fix that. I think Tony was struggling, and we were giving Jocinda some run for a while in the lineup, but we will fix that after this game.
Ball four.
Because we got to have Tony playing third every day for his fielding and the way he's hitting. And then we will let Jocinda and Stephanie kind of trade out some at second base. Ground ball to Pablo. Nice flip to Stephanie. She makes the turn. That's the only thing that hurts with Jocinda instead of Stephanie. Stephanie Morgan and Pablo have great chemistry turning double plays. Jocinda's solid over there, but she's a natural third baseman, so she's not as quick turning the double play with Pablo as Jocinda is. And look at Jorge Garcia getting ground outs. Funky throw over there to first. And just like that, he is going to get out of this inning. They got a 3-0 lead, and Jorge Garcia has just allowed one hit and no runs through 2 innings. That's kind of a surprise. Maybe the rain is helping him out. And here's Jocinda Smith.
Nope, that's a ball.
Wow, Carlos, that sounds awesome. Carlos, that's awesome, bro. I will use that for my franchise live streams, dude. See if this ball's going to get down. No way they get to that. Hit lands right in between them. That's pretty funny. Got to get some more production from Jocinda. I got to put Tony back in the lineup.
Standing in, Stephen Morgan will get to take his first cuts here.
Stephanie Morgan, so her card kind of worried me a little bit. She's not that great on backyard baseball, but she's just a cool character. She loves baseball. Her dad played in the minors. They call her Bubbles. She's always blowing bubbles and chewing gum. And she just looks like a baseball player. She's pretty good in the field. She never had much pop on backyard baseball, though. So, I am happy to see her start to get going at the plate. That home run last game was absolutely insane. Right when we were talking about how they were discriminating, they were disrespecting her because she was a girl. They were kept throwing fastballs down the middle, not worried about her. And then she hits a grand slam. That was crazy. This umpire likes to give us
Count is 3 and 2.
that part of the plate. I thought he would give us that, but I guess it was a little bit too high. We're going to try to go there again. Jorge Garcia is dotting up right now. He's not supposed to be very good, but he's been playing really well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no fly ball indicator. What's this going to look like? Oh, Marky's right under it. You got to be kidding me. Marky said, I got this, man. We've been working on it. After Weasel World, we will put some time in at the baseball park, working on our fielding, and this team is improving and maturing, developing into starting to look like a real baseball team right before our eyes. And you see right there, Jorge covers first. Mikey flips it to him, 2 away. 3-2 count to Trey Turner. This ball's hit to shallow center field. Not even Pete Wheeler's gonna. Oh yes, Pete Wheeler is gonna get there. He runs like flash. Makes that play easily. Look at Jorge Garcia, easily the best game he's ever had in his career, maybe dating back to when he was 11 years old playing for the humongous Melonheads Little League team. We're going to see the top of the lineup due up here for the Melonheads.
That's outside.
Definitely likes that ball up and elevated.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard up the middle, and that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
Okay, Carlos, awesome. Carlos, aren't those guys already in the bigs though? Like Walsh, Gonsolin, Cronenworth, Kiboom, Akiyama, and AJ Puck. Maybe Puck's not because he's been. Gavin Lux. Aren't they already in the bigs? I'm confused, bro. You mean you just added detail with them? Like their equipment or what? I'm talking about like what are their real prospects? Here's Mikey Thomas. On the roster you're working on, what about the guys that that when you start the franchise they're in Double-A and Single-A and all that?
Out. Got him.
Because those cats, Walsh and all that, yeah, they're prospects, but oh yes, but they don't have face scans. Okay. Oh, so you made them look really realistic to how they do in real life. That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool. What about the rest of the roster? So if we use that roster and we go, 5 years deep on the franchise live streams, the franchise rebuild on live stream I'm going to start doing and letting chat influence it and tell me who to trade for and all that kind of stuff and who to draft and that kind of stuff. If we have the guys in Double-A, so most of the players, so not just the top prospects, but most of the players, will they be real prospects on that roster or will it be made up players? That's super cool that you're doing that and you're making those cats even more realistic. Anytime we can have a sub on the channel, somebody watching the channel, supporting the channel that wants to contribute or add value, heck yeah, we're going to be using that before anything else. That's a great addition. This ball's going to land in front of Marky Dubois. It's interesting. The rain has been steadily coming down, but I don't know. Maybe the fans just and the umpire, maybe people are just in better moods when you got the amusement park back there. Just better baseball here at Weasel World. Oh, Ahmed takes a really weird angle at it and then tries to bail himself out by jumping. We got to work on fundamentals like angles and stuff like that. Man, I really wish he could have made that catch because Jorge's pitched a great game, but now he's in trouble, and they're going to make him pay. That hurts. 2 runs scored because Ahmed doesn't take a great angle. That's the type of stuff we've got to improve moving on throughout this season and season 1. I want to see a big improvement on. And then in future seasons, next year and the year after that, I am excited. In 36 calendar days, we try to get through at least. Oh, what a play by Stephanie Morgan after her grand slam last game. She makes a diving catch and just stands there. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Stephanie Morgan, check the cleats, the pink inside of the glove. What a play by Stephanie Morgan. We are seeing her develop into a productive big leaguer over there at second base, and I really wanted to know when we started this series if she would be able to hold her spot. Here's Ahmed Khan. Awesome, Carlos. Then, yeah, we'll be using that. I'm pretty sure Ahmed just homered. He did. Let's see if this hits the taco stand out there in left center. It does. Ahmed goes for a taco, hits a taco, and it lands on the taco stand. I got to go get me one in between innings. Ahmed Khan. That was pretty filthy. Making it rain here in Weasel World. Here's Keisha.
2-2 the count.
Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here as a forecast.
Strike 3 to Keisha Phillips. She strikes out again. Marky Dubois stands in. They continue to pitch him away, and he has learned how to adjust. He keeps going oppo, but this one's not going to get down. It does go for out number 2. Here's Jocinda Smith. Can't be chasing that on 2-1.
3-2.
Sanchez does have good stuff, and when he's pitching well in real life, man, he can have really good games. He's just not as electric with his stuff as he was earlier in his career with the velocity and all that, but he does still have good off speed. Here's Victor Robles. Strike 3. Jorge Garcia has looked really good in this game. He was projected to be the worst pitcher in baseball coming in, and he started off pretty bad, and since then, man, he has actually been a pretty productive pitcher for us. He's had a great game today. If it wasn't for an Ahmed Khan bad angle, here's Ahmed. He gets another chance here with no fly ball indicator. He makes this play. That's good to see. But if Ahmed made that catch out there, Jorge would have a shutout against the Nationals here at home in the rain. And he's just locating pitches. He doesn't have great stuff, but he is pretty good on accuracy. Pablo Sanchez, one of the most accurate arms in the league. We might get to see him bat if somebody can get on base. Stephanie Morgan, Jorge Garcia, Pete Wheeler due up right after this. Ball catches a little bit too much air, stays up there a little bit too long, and that is put away. Jorge Garcia, one of the worst hitters in the league, and he finds a base hit, man. That's what's great about this series. When this team gets momentum going and they start to believe, they get all kind of cool animations and storylines. Pete Wheeler just missed that fastball. Almost had another home run. Here's a guy capable of hitting one every time he comes up to the plate.
That's an out.
Nice play by Trey Turner over there at second base. And in steps Adam Eaton. Ooh, Jorge nearly gets drilled by that ball. Adam Eaton has had a good series against us so far. This will be the only series that we do on this stream. It's been so much fun picking this up, though, and we've got some awesome animations. I'm glad that we were able to get right back into this and pick up this series. I will be continuing this, as we are here on episode 8. We are exactly midway through this episode, as we will get through this 3-game series. This ball's hit up to Pete. He is going to get under it with no fly ball indicator. Good job of him judging that high fly ball here in the rain. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Pablo can't quite get there. Pete throws home, but Adam Eaton's just too quick. That brings this game within 1 run. Jorge's pitched great, but a couple of balls just get through the infield. And, man, the bad angle by Ahmed Khan earlier in the game, really looking like it might come back to haunt us. I think this is going to be the end of the day for Jorge Garcia. Great game by him. Hopefully Freddie Garcia can get out of this jam and keep any more earned runs from being charged to Jorge's account.
Ball.
Starlin Castro up. So Blue's not wanting to give us a pitch there, but this umpire has given a lot of pitches on the outside part of the plate. Maybe that's why Castro felt like he needed to swing there, because the umpire's been ringing up everybody on the outside part of the plate today. Strike 3, big strikeout there by Peralta. Man, I really hope Peralta can get us out of this. I don't want Jorge's day to get any worse, and it might have just gotten worse. Pete Wheeler on his horse jumps, can't make the play, and that is 2 runs that go to Jorge Garcia's account and 1 run that goes to Peralta's. Just like that, with 1 kaboom of the bat, the Nationals take a 2-run lead. That one hurt. This bullpen continues to struggle. Man, you really hate that for Jorge Garcia. He has had such a good day today. Stephanie knocks this ball down. It's not going to be enough, as Victor Robles just runs too well. Garcia had such a good day on the mound, maybe his best day ever. They're going to let Anibal Sanchez bat here, and he strikes out. We're going to take a look at Kaboom's home run. It was a big one. Let's see if this Melonheads team can fight back. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters do up. The shortest first baseman in baseball reminds me of Prince Fielder. It is Mikey Thomas.
Ball 2.
It's interesting to let Sanchez bat there with a 2-run lead and then let him start the 6th. Something about the way he works off speed, though. They like his matchup against this 3, 4, and 5 spot in the lineup. Mikey just misses one there. That would have been a big leadoff runner. It goes to Juan Soto for the first out of the inning. And here is Rocker Dude, the lead guitarist in the band Rock On, his little brother, the drummer, Ahmed Khan. This ball hit out to right field. Adam Eaton back, jumps up, not going to make the play. Let's hear that guitar. Stealth, what's going on, man? We got a new person to the channel and to the chat. Thanks for the comment as I'm replying to it right here on the stream chat, live chat as well. What's going on, dude? Did you find us from TikTok? What's going on, man? You chime in a big moment right here in the second game of this 3-game series here on episode 8 of this series. Now Keisha catches one. This ball hit to left center field deep. It's going to one-hop the wall. Keisha's going to round second. She's going to try for third. She's a potential tie and run. She is safe. Keisha Phillips, she's been one of our most clutch hitters. That was a trippy replay. She's been one of our most clutch hitters on this team. Here's Marquis Dubois. Again, he pushes the ball the other way. He's been working on that with the hitting coach. And this time, it's going to get the runner home. That's going to tie the game, and in steps Jocinda Smith.
Inside ball.
You get a neat look at Weasel World Park here, the home stadium of the Melonheads.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Coach Ekman had to talk to Jocinda. Her and Kimmy were friends growing up, so Kimmy Ekman's dad, the coach of this team, Coach Ekman, talked to her about taking more pitches,
3-2.
especially in hitters' counts, and not helping out the pitcher if he's going to try to walk her. Good at bat there. She just gets under the curveball. She continues to struggle a little bit at the plate. She is a valuable piece of this team. She can play third base and second base. But with Tony Del Vecchio and Stephanie Morgan playing so well, I don't know how much playing time she'll continue to see if she can't produce. I see somebody wearing my hat and headed back up to get a funnel cake here at Weasel World and maybe a hot dog later in the game. Here is Trey Turner. We're going to see Alex Claudio with the 2 lefties due up, Adam Eaton, and then Juan Soto. Pete Wheeler can absolutely fly, but even he can't get there to get the other cat with 99 speed on this game, Trey Turner, out. He is on first with a leadoff single.
3-2.
Jocinda can't make that play. Only Tony Del Vecchio is a third baseman we know of that might have had a chance at that ball. Unfortunately, we've got him on the bench today, and I don't know what Coach Ekman's thinking. Now we're in a really tough spot, and Alex Claudio's got to figure this out.
That's out.
He's going to get a look at the Soto shuffle there. Strike 3, big strikeout there from Claudio. Ground ball to second base. Stephanie to Pablo to Mikey. Double play, that ends the inning. Hopefully that fires up this team. We got a great shot to take the lead here. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. Stephanie Morgan, who has been good. She considered the worst player in this starting lineup to start the year, and she's been getting it going the last couple games. Hit a grand slam last game, made a diving play in the field. She's due up first.
I got the count. 2-2.
Rowanus Elias clearly afraid to pitch to her now. Just last game, he kept throwing down the middle, disrespecting her as a girl, and she hit a grand slam.
3-2.
First pitch against her today, he throws one to the backstop. You can tell he's scared. She's not known as a power hitter, but she did catch that perfect grand slam. That was an awesome moment for the stream. She pops out here today. We'll see who Coach Ekman goes to. First comment is who we're going to. Oh, it's got to be, never mind. It's got to be Tony. Sorry, it's got to be Tony. If it's obvious, I'll go with it. If I have a decision to make, I'll let live chat decide. I forgot we gave Tony the day off. He's standing in here in a big spot.
Nope. That's inside.
We do have one more game in this 3-game homestand against the Nationals on this Season 1, Episode 8. And then I will close down stream after this. So we'll finish this game, then we'll play the 3rd game of this series. I always try to go in series, either 1 series or maybe even 2 series sometimes. But this one will just be the 1 series here against the Nationals. Here is Pete Wheeler. He's been absolutely on a tear. Dude, Caden, yeah, I remember Claudio won Reliever of the Year for the Rangers. Stealth, I appreciate that, dude. You're good, Stealth. When are you doing the custom leagues? I did that yesterday, and I will be streaming that more this week. Not sure if I'll stream tomorrow, just not sure yet. I talked to the guys in the custom league and kind of see about the who's on and who's able to watch it. Look at the glitch right here on Mr. Clanky. Do y'all see him? That's hilarious. He normally looks silver, and he looks pretty funky today. That's pretty funny. We're going to Kenny Kawaguchi, that man that grew up in a wheelchair, and after a miraculous moment with God and a really neat testimony growing up, he is now healed, and he is a part of this team in the bullpen. Kenny Kawaguchi. We're going to get to see him and listen to his entry song right now. What's up, Rafa? Kenny Kawaguchi, such an awesome story. Grew up in a wheelchair on the old backyard baseball games, but he is healed and a big part of this team now. He struggled to start the year, but we really like his potential, and I believe he's going to be a big part of the back of this bullpen. Can't get the strike 3 call there. Pretty good spot, though. Really want to see if we can push this win streak to 3. Oh, somehow Ryan Zimmerman gets a piece of that slurve. The kids call it a right hook, as they did on the old backyard baseball game. Ryan Zimmerman refuses to go away here. People have struggled with the outside corner. That umpire likes to call strike 3 on the outside corner. Zimmerman nearly hits the other umpire. Strike 3 called finally. Filthy sequence from Kenny Kawaguchi. Good to see him coming out and pitching well today. He struggled in his last couple outings. This ball hit out to left. No fly ball indicator. We'll see if Ahmed can make the play. He can. He made a crucial mistake earlier in the game. That's a big reason why this game is tied. Here's Carter Kaboom. This is the guy that made him pay after the mistake. He had a 3-run home run that gave the Nationals a 6-4 lead. And the Melonheads, of course, rallied back to tie it. This ball hit out to right field. Marky Dubois getting better and better at judging fly balls with no fly ball indicator on. He makes this play easily. We head to the bottom of the 8th. We get a chance to see who some are already saying at 19 years old. Some are already saying this cat is the greatest player in baseball. Some are already saying, when it's all said and done, he'll be considered the greatest of all time. His name, is Pablo Sanchez. Leads the majors in home runs right now. He's looking to catch Pete Alonso's record set last year for most home runs hit by a rookie. He's not going to add to the home run total, but he will add to the average and the on base. It's a leadoff single for Pablo. And now we see Mikey Thomas. Uh-oh.
2-1 the count.
Pablo gets in a rundown here. Trey Turner with the fake throw. Thrown out. That's the second time all season Pablo's been thrown out trying to steal. Tries to go on the first pitch, and they do pitch out. But Mikey might make them pay here for pitching out, as they're now down 3-1 in the count. And Mikey's swinging on 3-1. The home run celebration is so awesome. Mikey gives this team the lead. He makes them pay for pitching out. They might have got Pablo out, but they forgot about Nugget. That was awesome. They clapped perfectly to the beat there on the stream. Mikey is super pumped up. He gives this team the lead, and he's going to get to see Ahmed Khan's little brother, the drummer in the band Rock On that you hear all this music from. He is this team's closer. We're going to get to see him in the next half of the inning and see if he can close out this game. What a home run there by Mikey Thomas. And here's the older brother, Ahmed Khan.
Ball, that's out.
He's the lead guitarist in that band.
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up,
2-2 the count.
Just swings through that cutter there.
it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches. Yeah, just great.
Reminds me a lot of Nelson Cruz. Caden, Nelson Cruz, a guy who was also
3-2.
a former Texas Ranger. We've talked about a lot of them here on this episode. 3-2 count here to Ahmed. He catches a hanging curveball, sprays it to right field. It's not going to quite get out of here. Ahmed was absolutely crushing home runs earlier in the year. He's kind of slowed down. You'll see this team. They have a lot of talent, as they are friends of Pablo Sanchez. They grew up playing baseball all their lives with their friends in their backyards in Little League. They have a lot of talent, but sometimes they go in cold streaks too because they're not used to hitting big league pitching. This ball gets through from Keisha Phillips. Going to see Will Harris face Marky Dubois.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Now he gets a 3-1 count. Last time we saw a 3-1 count, we saw a monster home run from Mikey Thomas to give this team the lead. 3-1 count here to Dubois. He's been working on hitting the ball the other way.
3-2.
Takes a big hack at that one. Swings through it. Filthy cutter by Will Harris. Marky hits this one high in the air. I don't think if it's far enough, though. It's not. Strong throw from Adam Eaton. The Melonheads add an insurance run here. That's going to help Amir Khan try to close it out. He's not dominant by any means, as really Josh Hader's the only dominant closer or dominant pitcher on this staff. Here's Jocinda Smith.
Nope, that's inside. Ball 4.
That's a 2-out walk for Jocinda. Good to see her working on her patience. And here is Stephanie Morgan, who has been the talk of this episode. Hit and run there on 2-1 with 2 outs. Normally that might have fallen for a single, but Turner was covering second on the steal attempt. That enables him to make the catch. We're going to see Robles, Brock Holt, and Trey Turner due up in the ninth. Let's see if they can spoil this Melonheads day. Amir Khan coming on, this team's closer, and the drummer for Rock On. We're going to hear his music playing his own entry song right here. Backyard Baseball, the original game, said Amir Khan does well as a pitcher, especially in a closing role. So we had to make him our closer, and we used Josh Hader to be our 7th or 8th inning guy. If you've seen the other videos on the playlist, you know the backstory, and you know why a few original Brewers are on this team. If not, that video is up on the playlist. It has the entire backstory of this whole story and what made all of this come into existence. This ball's hit out to right field. Marky Duvall's been great with no fly ball indicator on, but he's going to make a huge mistake here. Oh no, this is not the time to do that. Marky has the ball get lost in the rain. This team is not used to playing in heavy rain like this, and they're not used to seeing major league fly balls. That's going to hurt Amir Khan's chances to close out this game. Man, you just hate to see that. And now a bloop single. That ball's going to fall. 2 bloops in a row induced by Amir Khan. You could argue it could just as easily be 2 outs and nobody on. This is not good. And Amir Khan now,
That's ball 2.
in a really tough spot, the young closer. He's got his hands full here.
Hands full.
Doesn't get the call. As we've talked about, this umpire really likes the outside part of the plate, not the inside part of the plate. Ground ball to Pablo. He runs in on it. He knows Turner runs well. The jump throw from Stephanie Morgan, and Mikey can't make the scoop. That would have been huge. Pablo a little upset, but you will never see him talk bad or negative to a teammate. He just turns around and deals with the frustration. Mikey Thomas usually pretty good with the scoop there, as you see the green trim glove. And now Trey Turner headed for second. He has the tying run. Keisha the throw.
He's safe.
Not in time. Turner's going to call for time and pick up his helmet. And that helmet represents the tying run. And here's Adam Eaton. Shot to third base. Jocinda makes the play and then nearly throws the ball into the outfield. 2 away, and here's Juan Soto. You never want to put on, it's an unwritten baseball rule, you never want to put on the potential go-ahead run in the 9th inning. But I don't care. It's Juan Soto. We've got Kurt Suzuki on deck. Unwritten rules every now and then can be broken, and it be good strategy. And when you have somebody as special as Juan Soto at the plate right here in this matchup, that's the time to break it. They are going to go to Michael Taylor, though, so we do have a couple fast runners that represent the tying and go-ahead runs here in the 9th. This ball hit up the middle. Stephanie can't get there, and that's going to tie up this game. Amir Khan blows the save. Wasn't necessarily his fault, though. Man, that leadoff error by Marky Dubois out there in right field with no fly ball indicator here on Legend. It's really going to hurt us. What a play by Stephanie Morgan. She's going to keep this game tied barely. If that ball gets into the outfield, the Nationals take the lead. We're going to see the 9-1-2 spots and see if this Melonheads team can walk things off and get to go celebrate at Weasel World Amusement Park if they win this game. You know what? We're going to a rare move. We're going to get Dante Robinson a plate appearance. He doesn't have a hit all season. He's usually used for speed and defense, but they want to see if he can get a single. gotta be kidding me. Ryan Zimmerman takes away a hit from the potential winning run. That was big. If that ball gets down, Dante's going for a double, and then you've got Pete and Pablo due up. What a big first out. Here's Pete Wheeler. These next two cats are guys that can end this game in a hurry if they can catch one. Pete's got one thing on his mind. You can't walk him either, though, with Pablo on deck, and Pete's got so much speed. What a great pitch by Will Harris. And he gets a big out, number 2. And he gets to face Pablo Sanchez in the only way that is ideal. 2 outs and nobody on. But if Pablo hits this ball out of the park, it won't matter.
That's ball 2.
Great spot there from Will Harris. Man, you just get the feeling this is a historic moment. This could be Pablo's first ever walk-off home run.
2-1, here it is. There's a swing, and he sends the ball.
He's all over the cutter, but just gets under it. Does he have enough pop to send it out of here? He does! He walks it off. Pablo Sanchez, first of maybe many career walk-off home runs. The team waiting for him at the plate. What a moment. Pablo Sanchez, first career walk-off home run. Unbelievable. Pablo Sanchez, the secret weapon. The secret is out right here. He gets a cutter that caught too much of the plate, and Pablo said that one caught too much of my bat that time.
Hola! Soy Pablo!
He sends these fans home happy. Who knows, the fans might meet the team over there at Weasel World Amusement Park, but you know we're celebrating tonight. Pablo Sanchez, his first career walk-off home run. What a historic moment. The first ever walk-off by Pablo, and you get the feeling it might be the first of many. What a big moment. We're going to close this series out. We've got one more game here at home against the Nationals. And we've got Ernie Steele on the mound for us. He was supposed to be our ace. They call him Funny Bones. He is tall and skinny. Some say he's up about 6'10". He officially comes in at 6'8". He struggled a little bit, but him and Angelo Del Vecchio are the two players from this original Humongous Melonheads team that do have a lot of potential on the mound. So it'll be interesting to see him here and see if he can get things going. We are getting right into it, loading up Game 3, the last game of this 3-game homestand, and it will be the last game of this Season 1, Episode 8 broadcast of this Backyard Baseball Kids, all grown up and in the major leagues.
This is Sunny Day, wishing you all peace, harmony, and great baseball. Hello, baseball fans. Sunny Day here, along with my good friend, Vinny the Goat. Thanks, Funny. It's good to be here for another exciting game of baseball. I can't get enough of it. It's time once again for Backyard Baseball.
And yo, Trey Turner, what a start. What a start by Funny Bones. He cased Trey Turner to start this game. He is the only one of the original cats that has a big league fastball, and that big league fastball was just thrown to a big league hitter. That ball is up and out of here. Adam Eaton don't care that he's got a good fastball. Adam Eaton has seen a big league fastball before. Adam Eaton starts this game off with the Nationals with a 1-0 lead. Ernie's given up a lot of home runs this year. He was supposed to be our ace coming in, but he's just struggled. He's been hit hard. It's funny. Maybe the reason that the other players that aren't as talented, maybe the reason they have done better than Ernie so far is because at least they're something that big league hitters haven't seen before. Girls like Luann Louie pitching and stuff like that. This ball is funky. Stephanie Morgan still is able to get an out. That was crazy. Coach Ekman's thinking, man, who knows what kind of day this will be. Keisha Phillips checking on Ernie still, but he seems to be okay. With that 6'8", 120-pound frame. Mikey Thomas has a cannon. I didn't realize there was 2 outs because I'm working on commentating. Mikey just wanted to show off the arm and get this team pumped up. He got them pumped up last night with the game-winning home run. Potentially. He hit a home run that took the lead, and then we blew it in the 9th, only for Pablo to hit a game-winning home run. Here's a guy that's got a 15-game hitting streak, and he's been crushing the ball lately. He is on a tear. It's Pete Wheeler.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Pete just gets under that one. He hits that ball way up in the air. We could probably hear from our sponsor by the time it lands.
You know, Sonny, I could sure go for an ice-cold gooseberry soda right about now. Nothing beats the cool, refreshing taste of a gooseberry soda. Gooseberry soda, available at fine soda stands throughout the ballpark.
Lines up in this one. Vero, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional attacks. That's who you got in this lineup.
Here's the man of the hour. He just hit a walk-off home run, his first. You got to think he's going to be hitting a lot more throughout his career. It's Pablo Sanchez.
Hey! Count full.
Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now. Yeah, I think he's one of the best.
He's out.
And high praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
So digging in now, Mikey Thomas. And there's a look at
Ball, that's out.
lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out, and in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7. Yeah, guys, anytime
Mikey's going to test Trey Turner as well.
Out.
play's been made, and that retires the
Turner aces the test,
series through this half.
throws Pablo and then Mikey out.
Top half of inning number
The Nationals bounce back after getting walked off last night here at Weasel World Park. They lead 1-0. You get the feeling maybe the reason that the other pitchers have started better than Ernie Steele
time, and there's one gone here to start the
is because big leaguers aren't used to seeing pitchers like that. Think about a 5'6" girl Japanese pitcher, Luann Louie. She throws a splitter. She doesn't throw very hard at all.
been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
Maybe they're needing to get more information out on those pitchers and get more of a scouting report on them and get to face them a few more times before they start experiencing success against them. Ernie was the only cat that has the potential to maybe one day be what scouts thought would say, you know, turn into a big league starter, maybe a 3 or a 4 pitcher for a team someday. He was the only one of all these pitchers that scouts even respected as a potential prospect. And it's just because he can run it up there to 95 miles per hour on the fastball. Goes with the curve here. But, I mean, he's just 19 years old. And these guys have seen pitchers like him every day. Maybe it's why they've experienced success against him. He was supposed to be our ace coming in, but he struggled a little bit. I'm interested to see what kind of day he's going to have today, especially after giving up the bomb
2 balls, 2 strikes
to Adam Eaton. Adam Eaton has really hit the ball well in this series.
It's not easy to hit. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to
Look out, coach. I told you we got some of the best ball boys in the league. Uh-oh. No fly ball indicator. Marky Dubois makes the play to end the inning. You always like to see that. That is going to push us to the bottom of the second. The Nationals have 4 hits, only 1 run. We've got none of each. See if Ahmed can do something about that. He's getting going again. Started off on a hot streak, kind of slowed down. Then he hit 2 home runs yesterday. You see that average is up there, 3rd in the National League. And the home runs has got to be up there close. That ball hit way up in the air. He just gets under it. All these cats have low vision, as they have not seen big league pitching before, and they do have a tendency to strike out a lot. Keisha Phillips right behind Ahmed on the leaderboard for highest batting average in the National League so far. Smokes that ball out into the sandcastle. Here at Weasel World, this park offers so many different things that you do not see at a typical major league ballpark. Austin Vopp handing out some vitamin K in the worst way. Here's Marky Dubois.
Ball, that's outside.
This will be the last game of this 8th episode. Marky smokes this ball. He's going to find a gap. He'll be in there with a stand-up double. And he represents the potential tying run for this Melonheads team. They're looking to push their winning streak to 5 games. I'm sorry, 4 games. We got walked off at Colorado, got walked off with another walk-off home run at Colorado. Then we explode for 40 runs on stream, on Legend. Tony Delvecchio smokes this ball. I think it's going to hook foul. And it does end up into the sandbox play area for the little ones here at Weasel World Park. We explode for 40 runs, set a record on stream. Even showed the Legend settings and sliders. That stream is up on the playlist. And after that, it's been episode 8. You guys have seen what has happened. We won game 1. Stephanie Morgan had a big grand slam. Did Adam Eaton just take us deep again? This ball's hit deep out to Pete Wheeler. He handles it like a seasoned veteran out there. No fly ball indicator, no problem. Pete puts it away for the first out. Here's Juan Soto. We'll see if Ernie Steele can settle in.
Ball, down.
And then in game 2 of this series here on the stream, we always do each episode. We try to get through a series or maybe 2 series on the stream. We throw this one right by Soto. There's that Ernie Steele fastball. It's not often you just throw a fastball straight by Juan Soto. That 6'8" strength frame helps Ernie Steele get leverage on the fastball, similar to the way Tyler Glasnow is with his fastball coming at you.
Left side. Reined in. And they are not
Safe.
That ball kind of eats up Pablo, gets deep into the pocket of his glove, can't get it out.
Hey, that's great.
That's unfortunate.
Out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute.
Ball just hits over Stephanie Morgan's head, and we now have two late singles here in this inning. We'll see if Ernie can work out of it.
That ball's going to be hit on the ground. You're thinking deep outside.
Inside, ball 1.
But that game last night here on episode 8, it was the second game that we've shown here on the stream. The game right before this
now it's even at 2 and 2.
ended in a big way. The first ever Pablo Sanchez walk-off home run. There's Pablo now. I'm sure he'll take care of this one. He does. We head to the bottom of the third. Melonhead still scoreless. We see Stephanie Morgan lead things off right after this.
On top 1-0.
Here's Stephanie Morgan. You see those two home runs. One was at Colorado in the middle of a 40-run record-setting game, and then the next one was the grand slam she hit here on the first game of this episode. She's going to go down swinging here, though.
And that's strike 3. That's it for this hit. Boy, that was painful.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Ernie Steele, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
It's a good question, Benjamin.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
What they did on Backyard Baseball is they would just play. Ernie Steele smokes this ball. He does have a little bit of pop. He's a good athlete, a good basketball player. He's good on backyard basketball.
Second out of the inning. So striding in.
Benjamin, good question. They didn't play anything unique. They would do unique commentary, but they would do their regular home run songs every time they walked up and every time they hit a home run. Pete smokes this one. Does he have another one? No, just caught at the wall by who else? Adam Eaton to end the inning. We're going to look at the 7, 8, 9 guys in the order for the Nationals when we return.
In now, Christopher Lindley. We begin the top of the fourth. Right side.
Can't believe Austin Voth has held this team scoreless. You see that sometimes in the big leagues with teams, really at all levels of baseball. When you come out and you're just absolutely on fire, you end with a big momentum. Sometimes you come out the next day and you're not really sure if you're going to be great again or you might get no hit. You never know. It's funny how baseball is like that sometimes. I always say there's a lot of life lessons you can learn with sports. That's definitely true with the game of baseball. Life is like that a lot of ways. You can come out and have the best day ever. The next day it can just be, you just feel kind of different and different things come on and things that were going great for you the day before, they change the next day. It's just kind of the way life is sometimes.
Foul, so the runners will stay put for now.
And then sometimes you have a great game and then the next day you come out and you have another great game. Your offense just stays hot. So you never know, but that's why, there's an old saying in baseball, that's why we play the game.
The lineup flips over and digging in, Trey Turner.
And that's what's so fun about these franchises and these storylines. This ball hit out to Markey. He makes the play, no problem. We head to the bottom of the fourth. This game moving along quickly. See if Pablo can do anything about that.
Into this at bat, 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
2-1 count.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Rounded down the
The hitters' counts make Pablo even more dangerous, if that's even possible.
We got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
full now at 3 and 2.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Voth throws that ball right by Pablo. There's not even really a reaction. The fans here, even the umpire, can't believe it. A fastball thrown by Pablo Sanchez.
And that's strike 3. That's it for this hit.
Just got under it. Looked like he was pretty good on the timing, but he just swung under it. You don't see that often. Looked like he was trying to hit that ball 600 feet, which we have heard he's done before with a metal bat in Little League. Here's Mikey Thomas. Austin Voth, of all people, continues to just stifle this lineup. You got to think they're going to get it going before long. Here's Ahmed Khan. You see the fans in the background. We got a lot of big-time Ahmed Khan fans. The way he plays the game of baseball, but also the way he plays the guitar in that band Rock On of his, with him and his younger brother Amir. We got to see Amir last game. He blew a save, but the defense didn't help him out very much. Amir is the drummer of that band that they play in together.
He's out.
Also, day games sometimes just play a little weird. You can see day games can come out and be really low scoring out of nowhere.
The count is 1 and 2.
Soto smokes this ball. I don't know if it's going to have enough, though. It was on the outside part of the plate. Marky Dubois looking great out there in the outfield, adjusting to big league fly balls. No fly ball indicator, able to make the play again. He did make a major mistake in last night's game, but it led to a Pablo Sanchez home run, so no harm, no foul. We get to see Keisha Phillips, Marky Dubois, and Tony Delvecchio right after this. Cool, Carlos. Real international free agents, dude? That's awesome.
The count is full. 3 and 2.
Keisha looking for the 3-1 fastball. Austin Voth has kept this lineup off balance all day. Doing a great job changing speeds, changing locations, changing the eye level for the hitter.
That's ball 4.
Nice take there, though, by Keisha Phillips. That's exactly what we need to get a rally going. And that's going to bring in Marky Dubois. It sure is fun to sit here and broadcast this team and their progression through their first ever Major League season as your official Humongous Melonheads broadcaster. It's been so much fun seeing the way this team has developed and the entire backstory.
3 and 2.
And the way this team has developed each one of the players, their stats, their personalities, their home run celebrations. Now Marky Dubois takes the pitch. This could be huge for this team's development. A young team struggling at the plate and learning. You got to get back to the basics. Quit chasing pitches. And nothing helps you get going when you're struggling at the plate like taking some walks. Here's Tony Delvecchio. And Tony, right when we were talking about it, takes an ugly strikeout on a slider on 2-2. Here's Stephanie Morgan, 3-2 count.
Safe.
Beautifully executed hit and run there by Stephanie Morgan. She's just the type of player with a high baseball IQ, makes a lot of contact, and she wants to do anything to help this team win. She's great at putting together a hit and run. That's what we did there on a 3-2 count. We trusted her to either take a walk or get a base hit. She hits it right where you want them to on a hit and run. That was huge, especially with the pitcher due up next. It's Ernie Steele. He doesn't make a lot of contact. He's going to make some contact here, though, and that should give this Melonheads team the lead. I don't know if we've ever seen the Melonheads manufacture runs like we've seen today when they were struggling. That's a really good sign for the progression and development of this team. Here's Pete Wheeler. Man, Pete has hit 3 flyouts that have gone so high in the air, just not traveled very far today. He's been on fire, but baseball's like that sometimes. It's a game of failure. Even the best players in the world hit 330. That means 67% of the time you're going to get out. He's just missed all 3 times at the plate. And sometimes hitters that go through slumps, sometimes it's just bad luck. Ernie just going to go to first. Probably a good move there. You'd like to try to get that guy at second, especially late in the game with a 1-run lead. But you absolutely cannot allow him to be safe and not get any out on the play. This ball's hit up in the air. Uh-oh, no fly ball indicator. This is going to be interesting. Stephanie makes the play, no problem. Man, Stephanie Morgan has really solidified her spot as this team's starting second baseman in this episode. Now this ball's hit up. Mikey Thomas, no fly ball indicator. This is going to be tough, and he makes it look like no problem. That ends the inning. Some really good things to see here from the Melonheads and their development. If they can get out of here with a win and a sweep of the Nationals, I'm going to be really encouraged looking ahead to episode 9. But first, here's Pablo Sanchez. The ball absolutely smoked against the wall. He refuses to take a single, though. He's going to get a double on the play. And he knows with the habit of this bullpen blowing leads late in the game, you want as many runs as you can get. A rare, ugly swing from Mikey Thomas. In my opinion, he's got the prettiest swing in the game.
The count's full.
Austin Voss says, if you're going to swing at that, I might try to see if you'll do it again.
Oh.
Mikey doing his job, moving the runner over to third base. And here's Ahmed Khan. What's up, Sam? Yeah, glad you're able to find the stream, bro. Yeah, we're back with the Backyard Baseball series. I'm super excited about it.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Just got less excited about it, though, with Ahmed chasing one in the dirt. Being the official Melonheads broadcaster, it comes with ups and downs like the roller coasters out there in Weasel World.
Ball 2.
They do something awesome, and then they do something crazy, man. You know how it is. Glad to see you back on this series.
That ball's foul.
Ahmed just so antsy up here. He does not want to take a walk. He wants to be the one that drives in that runner from third.
The count is full.
Austin Voth refuses to throw a strike right now, and I don't blame him. This is some big hitters.
That's out. Ball 4.
Ahmed finally just going to let him walk him, and we see, I'm telling you, you can't really count Pablo because he's just a dog. Keisha Phillips has been a very clutch hitter, maybe the most clutch hitter on this team other than Pablo, but he doesn't count. She does her job here. That's some insurance.
He beat it. Safe.
It's a big run there for the Melonheads. Our bullpen has not fared well when we only have a 1-run lead. Here's Marky Dubois. Marky Dubois absolutely smokes that ball. That might end up on a roller coaster. This game is now 5-1 Melonheads.
Straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season.
Here, it's obvious why this guy has become such a fan favorite, and there isn't
Marky reminds me so much of Rugi.
love him here.
He even kind of pimps it like Rugi does. Rugi kind of does a hop with the bat flip, but man, he absolutely hit that ball straight up in the air, but the launch angle was also far enough to get it out of here. Here's Tony Del Vecchio.
Grounded to short. Turner has it.
Trey Turner super smooth over there at shortstop. Trey Turner, speaking of, made the greatest play by a shortstop of all time. It is on my channel if y'all are interested. It was made by Barehand against me, and the only friendly I've ever done so far against followers or subs. I will be doing more in the future.
Yep, that ball went out.
That ball is not out. That's a strike. Come on, Ernie's trying to work deep in the game. Don't hurt his chances. All right, they're going to give us that one. As long as you give us one of the corners, that's all pitchers ask. You can't give the hitter both corners. Strike 3. If you want to see Trey Turner make the greatest jump throw of all time, it is up on my channel. Barehand made it against me. It was with Will Myers running too, and he's got almost 70 speed. It was ridiculous. Here's Trey Turner now. Strike 3, Ernie Steele. After the home run to Adam Eaton, here's Adam Eaton here. He has settled in, and to be an ace on a team, you got to work deep in the game. He's trying to do that here. Ground ball to Tony. That ball gets through. Man, I really wanted to get that final out of the inning and get Ernie through 7. He would definitely have started the 8th inning for us if he did, but now I'm not sure. We're up 5-1, but we can't really play around. This scares me. I kind of want to go to Hader to face Soto. But look at Ernie Steele. A 6'8" cat, that ball's not bouncing over him. He throws to the shortest first baseman in baseball. Ernie Steele threw 7. You got to love it. The Nationals have 10 hits and 1 run. We've got 4 hits and 5 runs. The Melonheads lead 5-1. Stephanie Morgan. '97 from Daniel Hudson. Howie Kendrick going to take his time over there. Thought he was going to run into the dugout there for a minute. Let's go to Dmitry Petrovic. See if he can't calculate the metrics needed for a home run here. A science major. His vision is about 3, but he does have some power. His contact's about 40. I don't know how he hit that ball, but he did. Adam Eaton puts it away. Adam Eaton might be as short as Pablo Sanchez. Here's Pete Wheeler. Daniel Hudson, dominant 7th inning by him. Look how fast Pete Wheeler is. He can absolutely fly. We head to the 8th inning with a 4-run lead. Let's go to Kenny Kawaguchi. Kenny Kawaguchi just not getting the strikeout numbers we hoped he would get. I think he will continue to develop and get better, though. I want him to be
Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this.
our right-handed setup guy, with Hader being our left-handed setup guy, as long as we can keep him on this team. We'll have to see as we move forward in future seasons. And I'm hoping Amir Khan can close down that closer role, but I'm not sure if he'll be good enough. Kenny Kawaguchi pitching to contact here, doing a great job so far. We'll see if he can have a 3-up, 3-down inning. That would go a long way about helping his numbers get back towards normal. And he does. Very quick inning for Kenny K. That helps a bunch, and we're going to head to the 9th with at least a 4-run lead, but let's see if Pablo can add to it. Daniel Hudson's just not going to throw the ball. Takes a long pause and then throws a slider. He's doing every trick in the book to try to keep Pablo off balance. But Pablo's so short, I don't know if you can get him off balance. Late on 97, low and in. That's filthy. Daniel Hudson coming in throwing 2 innings of relief. That's even filthy for Pablo Sanchez. If the kids win, they get to go to Weasel World Amusement Park. It's always been the rule from Coach Ekman. And on day games, it's even more incentive to win because that means they get a longer time to hang out with their friends at Weasel World Amusement Park out there in right center field. Mikey chases potential ball 4. We have not put together good ABs against Daniel Hudson. But when you got a guy throwing 98 in the 7th and 8th inning, I don't know what you expect. Wonder if Ahmed will just get the take sign from Coach Ekman here. He won't, and I'm glad he didn't. That ball's going to stay fair, Ahmed. You might as well start jogging. Ahmed told Daniel Hudson, hey dog, you threw one too many of those 97-mile-per-hour fastballs. And here's Flash Phillips. Keisha said, hold up, you threw too many of those 97-mile-per-hour fastballs. She goes back to back, and she's always acting crazy, showing her personality on the bases. Keisha Phillips, always acting crazy. Look at her. Hey! She scores the 7th run of the game, and that is worth celebrating. If she was a guy, I bet she would get thrown out next pitch, but they let her do that as the first female ever to hit a home run in the majors. And she just keeps adding to that home run total. Here's Roenis Elias. We'll see him for the 3rd straight time in this series. Adam Eaton taking a stroll. Looks like he's already over there at Weasel World Amusement Park, but he's still in the ball game. He's just not really feeling this game as they are down by 6th, headed to the 9th. Let's go to the robot, Mr. Clanky, the first ever robot ever seen in the majors. Made in China. He's got a 99 stamina, 99 durability, 99 control, but his stuff isn't that filthy, and his fastball is super straight as he was created to throw batting practice to Pablo Sanchez in Pablo's backyard. But he started completely filthy, and I'm not sure we want him to start that great. He has a .49 ERA to start the season, and I'm a little bit afraid we might hear from the MLB commissioner before too long. If this robot continues to dominate, we might get word that it's not fair and he's not allowed to play in the majors anymore, being a robot. We'll have to stay tuned with that. We might get more on that series or on that storyline next episode. This will be, Stephanie should have let it bounce, and that was the end of the game. Those are things that this team needs to learn as they get older. Can't give big leaguers extra outs. If you let that ball bounce, you could have turned a double play. Mr. Clanky, what a play. You can't take your time, though. That's Trey Turner headed to first. The play is made, though, and
The Melonheads dominate.
the 4th straight win for this Melonheads team. Look at them. They know they're going to Weasel World after the game. It's a day game, so they've got plenty of time the rest of the day to go celebrate. Pablo's out there looking at the roller coaster. He's like, man, it's going to be a blast. I want a funnel cake. Dante Robinson, why not play his music? And then we'll get back to the main screen and close down this stream. This has been Season 1, Episode 8 of the Humongous Melonheads Custom Team Franchise. Backyard baseball kids, all grown up and in the major leagues. It's been great seeing you guys that have popped in and said hello on this stream. Always love to see your names pop up. I do consider you friends at this point. Hope you're doing well. I will see you guys next time. I'm not sure when I'll pick up with episode 9, but it's definitely coming. Melonhead's playing good baseball, but the Reds are killing right now, and we're still a game and a half back. We'll see what we can do about that next time. Good to see you guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys.